Alalım evet.
Tamam.
Welcome your host for this morning, David Gonzalez.
Good morning. Wow, welcome everybody. My name is David, like you heard, and it's just my job to keep things moving along this morning. So before we do that, in just a few minutes, you're going to have one of our local diamonds, maybe just explaining the weekend and how it all works. Before we welcome him on, hello Raj, before we welcome him up, there's just a few people that we'd like to acknowledge. First of all, we're doing, for those of you who are in the room, might be aware, might not be aware, we're doing a kind of a hybrid system. So there are people in the room. Welcome, good to have you here. And this is a wonderful thing to have because for a while, of course, you know, we didn't have that. And then we're streaming as well. We're streaming live to, this stream is currently available in 36 countries. And I just want to say a hi to all of those people and missing not having you here, including some countries going through some challenges, Turkey and Ukraine. We're streaming to those countries as well. So really amazing for Network 201 for doing that. So before we get our local diamond up here, I want to maybe just welcome some people in the room. And oh man, I need my glasses. It's not because there's anything wrong with my eyes, but Network 21 has printed everything so small because I don't know, clearly somebody must have found a sea turtle with ink around its neck somewhere and now we're spearing on ink. I think that's maybe why. So, does it make me look clever? No, not even that can do it. So I just really want to welcome the leadership. So when you hear your opponent, I'd like for you to just to stand where you're sitting. We'd like to welcome our platinums. Where are our platinums? Stand up. Founders platinums. Executive platinums. Rubies. Sapphires. Emeralds. Founders emeralds. Let's give them a hand. These are the people who've driven the business all along. And it's just great to be with you in a room again. Thank you very much. And then, of course, individually, I mean, when I saw the lineup for this weekend, I thought, this is insane. I don't know when last we've had a lineup of speakers like we've had, like we have for this weekend. So for those of you in the room, for those of you watching online, what a lineup. You know, every weekend seminar has like a theme or, you know, they kind of have a little a theme for the weekend seminar. The theme for this one should have been, what? You serious? Because we're just going to welcome people in the room. First of all, Diamond from Johannesburg, Ruth Greef. Diamonds from Namibia, Quibus and Ruth Hamilton. Diamonds from Johannesburg, Martin and Tracy Hutchins. Diamond from Johannesburg, Justin Stern. Our executive diamonds, Sean Henderson. Miranda and Colin van Rensburg. Founders Executive Diamonds, Basil and Leonie Harris. Double Diamonds, Alois Sucha and his daughter Petra. Trevor Lowe and Kate Lowe from the UK. Double diamond all the way from Australia, Glenda Leonard. Oh, but wait, there's more. Founders Crown Ambassador, he'll be joining us a bit later, Hans Nussold from Europe. Founders Crown Ambassadors Mitch and Deirdre Sala. And then the Founders Crown Ambassador, founder of Network 21, Nancy Dornan Burnfield and John Burnfield. Wow. So, on to our first speaker for this morning. First up will be Martin Hutchins, Diamond from Johannesburg. Martin, for those of you who haven't met him, has a background. He and his wife, Tracy, built a massive conventional business, but really were not living the lifestyle that they wanted. So on top of conventional success, they built their business to Diamond. Martin's agreed to address us quickly for 10 minutes. So Diamond from Joburg, Martin Hutchins.
Well, hello, Southern Africa! Hello to the world. What an awesome moment. Streaming to the rest of the world in Network 21. Unbelievable. Isn't the world changing? What an epic weekend this is. I mean, I think David's done such a fantastic job at just introducing our speakers. I'm totally in awe because we've been around the business for many, many years. And where have you ever got into a room where you've got this amount of wisdom in one room ever? Unbelievable. We've just had the privilege of coming back from Australia. We did 2 weekends in Australia, and I can tell you, I know two of the speakers on today, Mitch and Deirdre and Glenda, and what an awesome job they've done. So you're in for a special treat around the world and here, really special. But maybe what I want to do is just give you a bit of perspective of what's going to happen, how the business is going to fall in, what's happening today, where it fits in. You know, our business is 4 pillars. There's 4 pillars to this business. And the first pillar, and I always love to say, you know, I don't work for anybody, nobody works for me or anything. We are just so privileged to have these partners in pillars. And the first pillar that we're going to look at, and you're going to hear from today, is the Amway Corporation. And what a privilege. You know, I don't think people realize who we've got in the room until you get bigger in this business and you start understanding that you've got the general manager of Europe who's going to address us. It is such a privilege having Melody here to give us insight. And just for you South Africans who don't know, because I don't think a lot of South Africans realize how phenomenal South Africa really is, having Raj. Raj is now running, or I don't know his official title, but I certainly know that he's working in New Zealand, Australia, and he's running South Africa. What an unbelievable, and I think we can... Thank you, Raj. And so we're going to hear from Amway. We're going to hear a lot about where we're going, where they're going. But I think the second pillar, and that's the most important pillar for me, because I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't through them, and that's Network 21. And you know, just having Nancy Dornan here, Nancy is unique in this business. I mean, the founder of Network 21. And what they've done around the world, the lives they've changed, and putting together this unique leadership, the Crown Ambassadors and they're around the world and using it. I don't know if anybody realizes having Nancy here where she is just a privilege, and she will change lives herself, just listening to Nancy. But if I can take it one step further, where we're really privileged is Network 21 has a CEO around the world, like any organization. And nobody's really introduced him. And the CEO of Network 21 from the world, Jeff Newber, is sitting in the room with his wife, Shannon. I think we can give Jeff an unbelievable round of applause. So the third pillar I'm not going to really talk about because the third pillar is the team, but the fourth pillar is the most important one for yourself. If you're sitting here, you're here for you. This is about you. This is about your life. When I come to a function like this, and what I would love to do is just maybe give you a bit of perspective so you could be brand new. I'm just going to give you my perspective when I came to my first weekend seminar. Because I came along looking for a vehicle that could give us what we were looking for. And you know, if you're sitting here, it is about your vehicle. And I'll never forget because those who know Tracy know that, and she'll always tell you, Tracy did not want to do this business. So our first weekend seminar, I had my wife, what do they call it, a ball and chain. I had her and I was dragging her along. She had crossed eyes, crossed legs, she was just cross. That was the bottom line. And then I was there, my leadership style is observation. So I'm coming to a function like this to observe it. So I just sat down, big ears and all, and I sat there, and there's the reason why I got these ears, don't worry. Maybe I'll just tell you. I was at the pearly gates one day, and St. Peter was asking who wanted 2 large ones. I thought he was offering beers, but they were ears. So I took them. So I was sitting there observing, and then there was this guy, I don't know what you want to call him, up and down next to me. That side of Tracy, so I've got Tracy there. I'm really in the zone looking. So I'm a choleric, so I'm focused. This guy's going up and down. I was just saying, can't you just sit up, sit down, just do one thing? So if you're going to sit next to, you're going to have people like that today. They're going to be sitting there. There's new people, there's old people, there's people who've come to re-energize. So you're going to have all that. So we had all this going on. And then this morning I was just thinking to myself, you know, you don't know the person next to you. You don't know what's going to happen. But you just got to get along with it. I mean, it reminded me of a story. We walk out on our patio every day. And I walked out with Tracy on last week, and we were standing there, and the neighbor gives his wife a kiss every day. He kisses her goodbye, and she said to me, geez, Martin, why don't you do that? I looked at her, I said, don't be silly, honey. I don't even know her. So you might not know the person you're sitting next to. Trust me, by the end of today, you'll know them. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get on and we're going to start. You're going to hear speakers, incredible speakers. You're going to hear so many topics. What I loved about this is you can take home from this weekend, you can take home from the speakers and apply it to your life. You can apply it to your business, and you can then apply it to this business. You're just going to have to make a decision. You're going to hear health. I mean, it reminded me of a story Tracy told me. I mean, we've got Health Point. It was the Irish doctor, the Irishman who went to the doctor. He wanted to lose weight. And the doctor said to him, listen, I want you to have this diet, skip a day, eat this, skip a day, eat this, skip a day. 2 weeks later, he went back and the doc said to him, geez, you've lost 8 kilos. That's incredible. You must have stuck to the diet. He says, no, doctor, I think it's all that skipping. So you're going to get so much out of this weekend. It's very, very unique. But if you're sitting here, you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to take responsibility for yourself. You know, we're all at different stages in life. And I can tell you, after COVID, life is a roller coaster, up, down. It's all right to be down. It's all right to have a place in your life. But it's not all right to stay down. It's not all right. You've got to come sometime and take responsibility and say, where are we going? You know, I can tell you that it's only through a weekend seminar that we had defining moments that's changed the history of our family. And that's what's so unique about this environment. It's going to change. It will give you, if you sit around this environment enough, and if you take it in, and if you're online, I'm going to urge you not to get up when the speakers are speaking. Mitch gave such a brilliant example last night. If you don't write anything, write just action steps. Action steps that you can take for your life, because that's what this is about. So you can apply what you want to. You can make the decision, because I can tell you we made every major decision, not only about this business, but about our life at weekends like this. Because it's the environment. This environment is unique. Monday morning, you're out in the real world again, and people will tell you that you can't. And remember, if you listen to other people, it's their limiting beliefs that will hold you back. So you've got to know that you're in the right environment, right time, and you're going to have the right information from the right amount of speakers. We're going to have 3 sessions over the course of the weekend. There is an optional worship service tomorrow as well. And then for all those people in the room only, sorry internationals, we're going to have an interview with Aliwa this afternoon. Unbelievable. I can't wait. I mean, he is such an unbelievable gentleman, and his daughter is such a sanguine, but wow, you can just feel from the heart what a family man he is, and how important his family is. You know, and I love that, because I think that's the key. And what I think what you will notice about the speakers is every one of them have got unbelievable heart. They come here, they're pouring out. They did not need to be here, certainly. The speakers we got, they did not need to be here. And you will understand that they've come here to make a difference because they want to, not because they have to. And I think that is something unique. So, I know I haven't got much time, so I just want to maybe tell a story. I love this story because I believe that this is what the speakers will do. It reminds me there was a Michelin chef, and his daughter was struggling in life, and he just said to her, she went into the kitchen with him, and he said, listen, honey, life is you're going to have to take responsibility. What you want, where's your dreams? And he said there was 3 boiling pots, and in front of the first one was potatoes, second one was eggs, and the third one was coffee beans. And he just said to her, okay, let's put them in the water, and we're going to observe it. Half an hour later, he said, so what have you noticed? So she pulled the potatoes out. She said the potatoes got soft. She says, the water changed the potatoes, made it soft. He said, that's good observation. Second one, he said, she said she took the egg out. The water changed the egg, made it hard. And he said, what happened? The water's changed the environment. And the third one, coffee beans. The coffee beans changed the water. And he said, I want to teach you the biggest lesson in life. Do you want to be in an environment where people change you, or do you want to be in an environment where you can change people? The choice is yours. So by the end of this weekend seminar, I think you will have such a bigger vision and a bigger understanding of what can happen for you, your life, your family. And I'm going to urge you just one thing. Please, if you're sitting in this room, or if you're online, make sure you're at the next one, because life is tough. And all Tracy and myself did, all we did was we promised our sponsor, we promised the person who invested time in us that we'd make sure we did 2 of these in a 4-month period, because then, only then, could we decide would this be good enough for our family and us. So all the best. Can't wait to hear the speakers, and let's give a big round of applause for each and every one of you.
Nice, Martin.
Evet, en iyi
Thank you,
konuşmacılara alkış yapalım dediler.
So we're running a draw for the session as well. So for those of you who have purchased your ticket to the July weekend conference, so you don't even need to leave the room. You're not going to miss any of the seminar. You're just going to walk to those domes at the back of the room there, and you can purchase your ticket. So there'll be a draw done electronically before the end of the session. So my suggestion would be go down there, run, don't walk. Get your ticket for the July conference. Commit yourself to this next while. And so what we'll do before the session ends today is there'll be a draw. And the prize is an additional ticket. So you could definitely double your luck if you just do that. So our next speaker is a double diamond. And this lady has got an amazing track record. So her background
Mutlaka diyor, biletlerinizi bir sonraki için alın.
just has always been interested in, so much around her, and she used this business vehicle to create freedom. And what she's done has been remarkable, because not only has she been free and been able to travel to her heart's content for decades, but perhaps more significantly is she's been able to be very instrumental in helping many, many, many other significant leaders up to that same kind of a lifestyle. So without delaying any of her speaker time, please welcome from
Yaptığınız şey
Australia,
aynı
double diamond,
zamanda hem
Glenda
kalbe
Lennon.
hitap ediyor hem de böyle bir seyahat. İkisi birlikte olan bir şey.
You're right.
good morning. Good morning, all of you, and good morning, all of the world, for goodness sake. Wow, what a thrill to be here. What a moment in time this is, hey? You know, and I was thinking about today and what I'd share. The word came to me this morning. The word was celebration. Celebration that we're here. Celebration that we have this amazing business. Celebration that we have each other. Celebration that we have history. And celebration we have a future. And I was here in South Africa when your market opened in August 1997. I was much younger back then. But you know, guys, life happens, hey? And I've got this very deep philosophy that I try to live by every day. Do you remember how important this day is? We all have a very special date. That is our birthday. And there's another date that we don't know
Her
what
gün
it's going to
yaşamaya
be.
çalıştığım bir felsefem var diyor.
But between our
Bunun
birthday
bugün
and
ne kadar
then,
önemli olduğunu
it's
biliyor
called
musunuz?
the
Günün ne
dash.
kadar önemli olduğunu.
And we're all living the dash, right? We're all living the dash. And when I was thinking about South Africa this morning, and I was thinking about that date back then when we had that first weekend seminar here, as so many first weekends happened right around the world, and I've been privileged to be at many of them. What an amazing job you guys have done here. You know, we came to South Africa, all of us from all around the world, to bring you the business. And the handful of products. Do you remember how little products there were? 11 products. But you know what we all said? Everybody said the same thing. The best kept secret about South Africa is the people. You're amazing. You are amazing. You're amazing. And what you've done with this business is amazing. Your leadership here has taught the world. They've taken this thing and they've run with it.
Sesim
And
net bir
they've made
şekilde geliyor
success
değil mi?
happen.
Ben çeviri konusunda yardımcı olayım.
Emir geliyor sesim.
What are you going to do right now? I think we need to also be celebrating that the world has been through what it's been through. We don't want to celebrate that. We want to celebrate coming out of it. Because we are out of it. Do you know, we've just had weekends in
Ne diyor
Sydney
Emir bu?
and in
Bir saniye.
Queensland and Australia. And before the weekend started, we got the feeling.
Şu an Avustralya'dayız.
the
İçimizde bir
tigers
hissiyat var diyor. Bunu hepimizin hissettiğinizi zaten biliyorum.
we're celebrating what we want. We want, in fact, I think what's happened is that every person wants to claim their life with more
Buradaki
deliberateness
herkes
than
hayatını
ever.
daha keskin bir şekilde inşa etmek istiyor.
Final take is called our life. And wherever you are on the dash, it's the most important part you can be in.
Bu bölgede
Because it's where
olabileceğiniz
you
en iyi
are.
yer, en güzel yer burası.
Nothing to do with your future.
Bunun
Nothing.
dışında hiçbir yer yok.
We can control and change our stars if we realize what we've got in our
Eğer
hands.
elimizde ne olduğunu farkına varırsak diyor, bu potansiyeli
Yes, my
gerçekleştirebiliriz.
sponsor is everyone in the room. How amazing
Bu
is that?
odada olduğunuzun ve bu
Wow.
odanın kutlandığının
How
farkına varın.
amazing is
Bu
that?
mükemmel bir şey.
My heroes, my friends, we've done life together. I wish for you a dash which is filled with fabulous people.
Size
And
Size
really, I
buradaki
think you're
insanlarla
doing things
çok
that you
güzel
want.
bir seminer, bir zaman dilimi diliyorum.
Not an accident that you're in the room. This is not an accident that you're here and that you're listening. It's very, very important that you realize, although you're going to hear a lot about the Amway business, which, by the way, is worth talking
Burada
about.
olmanız ve Amway iş fırsatı hakkında bilgi almanız sizin için harika bir şey. Bunun farkına varın.
Time trying to work out, is this business going to be okay? It's going to work with or without you or me.
Bu iş siz
And it is
olsanız da ben
working.
olmasam da bir şekilde işlemeye devam edecek.
Phenomenal over years of history.
Tarihte bunu
It's
zaten bize
also
birçok
proven.
kez gösterdi.
Guys, this is an amazing
Hadi
business.
arkadaşlar, bu harika bir
It's
iş.
an
Bunun
amazing
farkına varın.
business. Products are incredible. I've got your catalog here, and in every country there's a catalog.
Orada her ülkenin
with all
olduğu
these
bir katalog varmış. Ondan
products.
şu an bahsediyorum.
Every page represents a product. We have all this at our disposal. A business looks after all the administration, pays our bonuses on time, and keeps putting more money in
Şu
the
an
plan.
teknik bir şeyden bahsediyor.
So, money. This is not a lightweight business. This is a business. And I say this to you, if you don't understand how the money's made, You need to take the time to understand.
Eğer bu işten paranın nasıl kazanıldığını fark etmediyseniz, anlayamadıysanız burada şu an onu fark edebilirsiniz. Oturup bunu idrak edebilirsiniz.
Build a big life if you build a big business.
Eğer iyi
want
bir
a
hayat
little-
istiyorsanız
I
iyi
want a
bir
big
iş
business.
kurmanız gerekiyor.
As I speak today, the speakers who speak today, you're going to take notes, I know. But remember that the most important notes you take is what you say to
Ama
yourself.
unutmayın diye burada alacağınız en
You know,
önemli notlar sizin kendinize söyleyeceğiniz şeyler.
And on this piece of paper, write things that matter to you.
Burada bütün yazan notlar sizin için önemli.
Just ask you what's important to you, because see, this is a big crowd of people, and out there as you're watching online, I know you're not just a face, you're a whole
Biliyorum siz
story.
sadece bir yüzden ibaret değilsiniz. Sizin her birinizin kendi bir hikayesi var.
What's
Sizin
important
için
to
önemli
you?
olan nedir?
What do you want? Is it more time with your kids? Is it more
Çocukların için daha fazla zaman mı
money,
yoksa daha fazla para mı?
confidence,
Özgüven mi, umut mu?
home, or travel the world?
Dünyayı
What's
gezmek
important to
ne
you?
sizin için önemli?
Take the time to write it
Bunun,
down.
bunların hepsini yazın.
And what I've discovered in my life, having gone through my history that I have as I've built this
Hayatımda fark
business,
ettiğim şey, farkına vardığım şey şu oldu.
and what is wealth? I've got to tell you, right back then when I started the business and I was so broke, wealth was only one thing.
Bir
What was it?
zenginlik, bir servet, sadece maddi olarak değil.
Think about it. But you know what I've discovered over the time of my dash so far? This business produces real wealth.
Bu iş gerçek varlığı oluşturuyor. Burada maddi manevi varlıktan bahsediyor.
Do you know what he left? Everything. How important is our health? And how amazing that we have a business that has the most extraordinary health products that can
Öyle bir
keep
işe
us healthy.
sahibiz ki bu iş sadece maddi olarak değil, bizim sağlığımıza da bakabiliyor. Müthiş bir fırsatın içerisindeyiz.
Organic supplements in the world. The number one, there's
Dünyanın
only
bir
number
numaralı
one.
işte suplementlerine sahibiz.
That's our business.
Bu bizim için.
But is wealth also having great memories with great people that you love? Is it having worthy ideals?
Ayrıca burada bu anılarımızda çok güzel insanlar, çok güzel hatıralar var.
Doing great things with family and friends.
Arkadaşlarınızla, ailenizle çok güzel şeyler yapmak, güzel vakit geçirmek. Bu zenginliktir.
This business produces so much more than what you first
Bu
see.
sizin burada gördüğünüzden çok daha büyük bir anlama sahiptir.
Guys, when I first saw this business, I was young.
Bu
That
işi
was the
ilk
good bit.
gördüğümde çok küçüktüm.
I was broke.
Daha
And just a little bit of my study.
çalışıyordum,
joined the
okuyordum.
business. They got me to a weekend conference. How many of you are here for your first weekend conference?
Kaç taneniz ilk hafta sonu
Can I
seminerindesiniz?
stand? Please stand. Please stand, all of you. This is so fabulous. Wow, look at you all. Fantastic. Oh, welcome. And you know what, those of you that are sitting, this is your first weekend conference for the rest of your life. It's time to turn the page, guys.
Bu sizin hayatınız boyunca ilk hafta sonu seminer deneyiminiz olarak kalacak. İlk sayfayı çevirme vakti geldi.
You're investing your
Şu an
time.
vaktinizi buraya
Put value on it.
yatırım yapıyorsunuz. Çok, bunun için çok değerlisiniz.
But my first weekend conference, I sat there and I was amazed at what I heard. I was so excited.
Ben
I thought,
ilk seminerimde
wow,
çok
I'm able to be a
etkilenmiştim.
business.
Gerçekten benim için hayran vericiydi.
Business can set me free. Wow, I was so excited.
Bu işin beni özgür yapabileceğinin farkına vardım.
Without huge investment, I could just put my energy into
Hiç büyük
something.
bir yatırım yapmadan tüm enerjimi buraya vararak özgür olabileceğimi hissettim.
I've been in business and failed, and so to learn how to be successful, I had no money left. In fact, I had a huge debt. That was a big deal for me.
Hiç para koymadan böyle büyük bir şeye sahip olabilme potansiyelini görmek bile benim için çok büyük bir umuttu.
Could have what successful people had. And I thought, well, I can do that. I
Bunu
can
yapabilirim,
learn.
ben de öğrenebilirim.
And I remember after my first weekend. And then the journey
Ve
began.
hikayem başladı.
They said, I need business. And I remember standing on the bus,
Otobüste oturuyorum.
and I'm standing on the bus, and I'm
Ayaktayım,
strapping in
bu şeyi tutuyorum,
because it
bu
was
tutamaçları.
I had a great excitement for the future, but I had stinking thinking from the past.
Ve gelecek
And I
hakkında
said to
çok
her,
güzel bir şey umut ediyorum.
and she said, Glenda, this is temporary. You have a way to change your
Ve
life.
kendime şunu diyorum, Glenda, bu geçici. Senin
And I want to say that to you.
hayatını değiştirmek için bir
What
fırsatın var. Ben de
you're
şimdi size
going
bunun
through,
aynısını söylüyorum.
this is temporary. And I realized from that moment
O an
that
fark ettim ki
I used that like a I looked at my funny old car. It's only temporary. I'm
tüm
going to get a
bu
new
yaptığım
car.
şeyler
You
aslında
know,
bir geçiciydi.
broke. I had to get a job before I could afford to get myself into a flat. When I came back to Sydney, I'd worked really hard to go broke in my business. It
Sonra
wasn't that I was lazy.
Sydney'e
It's just I
döndüm ve
wasn't
bu iş için
successful.
çok çalışabileceğimi fark ettim.
Like you can't believe. Why did this happen to me?
Bana
It's called plum disease.
bende nasıl bir
Called me.
değişikliğine sebep olduğunu inanamazsınız. Bunu kelimelerle tarif edemem.
It's only temporary. But that started me on a process of change of how I thought. What we think about, we speak about. What we speak about comes
Ne
about.
düşünürsek onu konuşuruz, ne konuşursak o da gerçekleşir. Yani gerçek olur.
Some of you don't. Some of you are fantastic already. I certainly was not fantastic. Life does its stuff to our self-talk.
Hay-
And no matter how excited
Hayat
you are,
bizim
each
ne
of the
düşündüğümüzü umursar, önem verir.
meditations is called understanding how the mind works. It's a whole topic, which I've had to take a lot of time studying. But you need to understand that you could be helped with this. And the audios and the books.
Burada anlatacaklarımdan bir umut bulmanız gerekir. Yani bu sizde bir umut oluşturması gerekir. Nasıl bende olduysa.
Came from people with money, but from another planet. I had never seen money in my family.
Hayatımda ailemde hiç para görmedim. Hiç paramız yoktu.
Started. And I got another job. That was good. I got a job as a manager of an
İlk
art gallery.
girdim. İyiydi, fena değildi.
I thought it was very important. And I
Böyle kendimi
really
hissediyordum.
thought I was working hard. I spoke to a lot of people, and I got a handful of people in
Çok
the business.
yoğun çalışıyordum. Birçok insanla iletişim
Came with
halindeydim.
my nut from my job, and there it was, my bonus check. Now, in those days, we used to get paid by checks.
O zamanlar diyor şeylerle ödeme yapıyorduk. Bu kağıt, çek tarzı şeylerle ödeme yapılıyordu bize.
$33.60 in Australia. And I looked at this little bonus check. And I thought, I've spent so much more money than I've made. I mean, I've been going out to these meetings, I've been showing people this business, I've been reading these books.
O kadar iş yaptım, bu insanlarla görüştüm, bu işleri yaptım ve şimdi bu mu?
Sense. But fortunately, I'd read a book called The Magic of Thinking Big before this business.
Allah'a şükürler olsun ki bir kitapla tanıştım ve onu okudum.
Business. I didn't know that I did. You see, when I first saw this business, I didn't want it at all. Because I couldn't.
İlk bu işi gördüğümde bu işi gerçekten yapmak istemedim.
Fashion and art and beauty and travel. I didn't relate to this sort of business. And none of us relate to this business when we first see it. I didn't want this, but I wanted what it could.
Hiçbiriniz bu işi ilk gördüğünüzde kendiniz bir bağ hissetmeyeceksiniz. Bu gayet tabidir, doğaldır.
For me, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. Who thought that? Well,
Kim diyor ilk defa geldiğinde, o hayatımın en güzel işi bu, hayatım sonuna kadar bunu yapacağım. Kim böyle bir şey söyleyebilir? Böyle bir şey yapan duydunuz mu?
It's a courtship. And you've got to remember that too when you're talking to people. It's a courtship. People need time to actually evaluate and understand what's on offer here.
İnsanların değer barındıran şeyleri keşfetmesi için zaman gerekir. Bu basit bir şey değildir. İlk görüşte aşık olabileceğiniz bir şey değildir, yüksek değerli olan şeyler.
Idea. Why wouldn't you do this? Because you don't understand it. And that's what everybody else feels. So we've got a job to do, and that's of course to get people to see what we have in our hands here.
Burada elimizin altında ne olduğunu fark etmemiz için bize zaman gerekiyordu. Çünkü değerli şeylerin keşfedilmesi gerçekten zaman alır.
Exercise in chapter 12 of The Magic of Thinking Big. And it said, think of your life 10 years from now. I suggest you do this. It's very hard
Hayatınızda
to think of your
10
life
yıl
12 months.
sonrasını düşünün. Şu an size bunu tavsiye ediyorum. Bir düşünün.
10 years from now, I thought I'm going to be ancient 10 years from now.
10 yıl sonra bir antik olacağım.
I've written down things like, I want to be free. I want to wake up when I finish sleeping.
Ama sonra düşündüm, Bu iş beni özgür yapabilir. Uyandığımda özgür olabilirim 10 yıl sonra.
I wanted to see things through the eyes of freedom. I wanted to help my mum.
Şeyleri özgürlüğün penceresinden görmek istedim.
Nobody else was there. And I looked at this bonus check and I looked at this list of what I wanted and I thought to myself,
Bu bana verdikleri o şeye baktım, o çeke.
how many of you ever started something and you haven't finished it? Study course. Yeah, exactly. All of, you know what? This is a very good room. It's full of people that can be diamonds.
Elinizi
That was
kaldırın
me.
diyor aranızda okuyanlar, çalışanlar ya da.
And I want this hard or it doesn't, it's not fun anymore. So they go, no, I don't want this anymore. And I thought, this I'm not going to give up on.
Bu elindeki
Guys,
şeye baktım ve
listen
şunu dedim. Evet, bunu bırakacağım.
something that pays well. Nothing will pay you like this business.
Evet.
You just get good at it.
Hiçbir iş, bizim içimiz asla size bu şekilde bir ödeme yapmayacak bu kadar şey yaptıktan sonrası.
There was a story that I listened to on audio years ago, a story by my special Nancy Dornan. You see, the good life is the enemy of the great life, and all of us, no matter how hard it is, we live a pretty good life some of the time. Most of the time we can do okay. And Nancy told a story on this particular audio, and it really, really affected me. You see, there's always turning points. A turning point with me was that 6% business. I could so easily have quit. And if I had have done it, I would have been just another person that could say, I was in that once and it didn't work. And if I had time, I'd tell you what was in that 6% business. You'd be stunned how many diamonds have come out of that 6% business. But you see, the seeds go in the ground when you share this idea. But when you harvest the seeds is when you face the test of time. And people say they don't like delayed gratification. You see, at $33.60, you build this business, you build the greatest asset you have, you build you. You see, you have to be strong if you want something big. Anybody can do something for a few dollars for an hour's work of pay. But if you hang in there, you can become wealthy. You can become strong, you can become empowered. And if you take your ambition and you combine it with the fabulous knowledge that Network 21 gives us, what you'll have. Am I not clicking? There we go. Oh no, we're not doing that just yet. What you'll have is a Network 21 system, which is just amazing. And the Network 21 system will give you the audios, it'll give you the knowledge, it'll give you the understanding of exactly how this business can work. Now, in this talk, Nancy had said about it was a fictional story about this guy that had died and gone to heaven. And he was having a tour of heaven. And he was led around all these different places, and it was amazing. And then he was led into this room, and this room was so beautiful. There was joy and laughter and celebration and amazing objects in this room, and music and fun and such joy. And he said, "Where am I? What is this room?" And the guy said to him, "This is the room we have of all your dreams that we have prepared for you, but you've given up on those dreams, so you never got them." And I vowed there and then regrets of what I wanted that I didn't have. I was going to stay firm. And then she talked in the same talk about the guy that died and went to hell. And he was given a tour, wasn't anywhere near as much fun where he was. And he was taken into this room, and it was a very ugly black room and had all these strange objects. And in these objects, he looked at one in particular. He said, "What is that horrible looking thing? What is this room?" And his guide said, "This is the room where we have all the tools, where we steal people's dreams, where we take away their desire for their dreams. And that horrible, horrible object, that one always gets them. This is called discouragement." Wow, what is discouragement? Think about what it can be. It's only ever a thought, guys. It's a thought. And I want to say this to you, that when you think a thought, you're thinking with what you currently have in your head. It's like we have a lid on our head. We have a lid. We can only think with what we can think with, right? But when you open your mind to receive, and you let the audios come in, and you let the books come in, and you take the privilege of counseling that this system allows, where you can get help. And while I'm talking about counseling, who's actually caring about you anyway out there in the big wide world? What an amazing privilege that we have in Network
Şu an sesim
21.
geliyor mu size?
People that care
Net bir şekilde.
the best. It's an incredible privilege. So I kept on going.
Net olarak
And I
geliyor, tamam.
discovered the discouragement.
Tamam. Ya şimdi kendisi orada bir çevirmen olmadığı için hiç konuşmadan devam ettiği için bazı şeyler kaçabiliyor, yani doğal olarak kaçabiliyor. Çünkü arada bir çevirme mesafesi yok. Şimdi genel olarak böyle işin bir özetini şey yapmaya çalışacağım böyle konuları bitirdikten sonra. Çünkü motomot direkt çeviri yapmak imkansız. Bir de videonun da sesini biraz açabilir miyiz? Tam gelmiyor benim kulağıma.
With you a funny, very old clip. You'll know it's old by the hair of when I went diamond. I just want you to see just how interesting it can be when you get your dream. So here we go. If it works. Can we make it work? It'll work. There we go. It's very old, you can tell.
Çok eski bir videodan bahsediyor şu an.
I just love my life these days. No longer do I have to work for anybody else. I wake up in the morning when I finish sleeping. I have the choice of walking along this wonderful beach or reading a book or building my business. Nobody pulls my strings anymore now.
Şu an artık kimse beni hayatta bir şeyler yapmaya zorlamıyor. İstediğim zaman uyanabiliyorum ve buradaki sahilin tadını çıkarabiliyorum.
The lifestyle makes all the initial investment of effort totally worthwhile. I'm free.
Artık özgürüm.
Yay. And the hair is big and the face is young and the life is very, very good.
Saçlarım uzun,
Whatever it
yüzüm
takes,
gençti
guys.
ve hayatım çok güzeldi.
It's gorgeous when you get there. And I just want to say to you that if I can, sure can, anybody can. I just want to share another slide with you.
Eğer ben yapabiliyorsam bunu herkes yapabilir. Şimdi size bir slide daha göstermek istiyorum.
We go away, there's going to be photographs taken this weekend. You're going to take photographs in groups. This is a little cross-line group of girls in their 20s and 30s. Things come into our business for a reason, or into our lives for a reason, a season or a lifetime. Let me tell you what history is on this little picture. This is one of the first
Resmin hikayesini anlatacak şu an. Bu bizim ilk başarımızın resmi.
dark ages. But you know what? They were dark, they were fun. Never apologize what age you are. Be grateful that you're here. I'm having to tell myself that every day when I look in the mirror. So let me tell you who's there. I'm in the pink, in case you didn't recognize me.
Pembe olan benim.
Next to me, left. No, on your right. Next to me on your right is my friend Ushi Suter. Now Ushi is Swiss and she had a vision to have an international business. And she said, one day my business is going to span the globe. And she told this to everybody that she ever met in her business. And one of her downlines spoke to this young, gorgeous ski instructor couple who are in Australia from Austria for the ski season. And he sponsored a couple. And Ushi worked with that couple. And that couple's name is Hans and Eva Nusshold.
Bu solundaki beyaz tişörtlü
You're
kadının
going to hear from Hans.
İsviçreli uluslararası iş yapmak biri ve onun da sponsorlarından bahsetti şu an.
Now, so Ushi has a Crown Ambassador downline. Deirdre,
Onun
and Mitch Starr have
alt
become one of
kolunda bir ambassador yani büyükelçi varmış.
our Crown Ambassadors Global Business. Amazing, amazing. And then the girl in the white, in her early 20s, in this photograph, is Triple Diamond Angie Summers, front line to me. And Angie has many, many, many, many, many amazing people in her business, including Crown Ambassador Peter Cox, who of course has sponsored Gadam Gabriel, who sponsored Ben and Janie Physic, and of course so many, many amazing people in Europe that are coming through her business. Now when us girls stood together, excited to be on holiday, new in the business, did we know that we were going to be in this business for a lifetime? Do you know what you've got ahead of you? No, you don't. You have no idea what wonderful things you have ahead of you. Do not underestimate the power of your decision to do this business. You will touch people that you don't even know. There's people that only you can talk to. There's people that have no idea at all what this can do for them unless you share it with them. I said you to write down what you want on this piece of paper. And I'm going to end with this, because this is the most important thing I'm going to share. If on this piece of paper you've written the dreams and goals for your family, think of your children one by one. Your grandchildren, your nieces and nephews, your mum and dad, your sisters. What would you do for them if money was not an object? Think of the people you want to help. Think of
Bir
that
kağıda
beautiful home you want to
yardımlarınız
live in
insanlara yazın.
and the people
Çocuklarınız,
that you will have
arkadaşlarınız
around you
olabilir.
and the holidays you want to take.
Gitmek
Think
istediğiniz
of a life with no
tatiller.
regrets, and it's on this piece of paper.
Bu
Can you
kağıda yazın.
visualize it here? Can you see this could be your dream list? Can you see it?
Bunu tahayyül edin. Bunu görebiliyor
Would
musunuz?
you
Bu hayallerin
hand
gerçekleştiğini
this piece
görebiliyor
of paper
musunuz?
to a total stranger and say, here, take my life, take it. Your opinion of me is more important than my opinion of myself. Would you do that? Would you? Now, my friends, listen to me very carefully.
Dostlarım, şimdi beni
Because you
çok iyi
will be
dinleyin.
tested. You'll have to think about your thinking.
Ne,
You'll have to decide not to be hung by the tongue.
ne düşündüğünüzü iyi
And learn about
düşünmeniz gerekiyor.
affirmations. You'll have to get up when you get down. When you're
Düştüğünüzde
discouraged, you're gonna
kalkmanızı
have to get over
bilmeniz
that
gerekiyor.
discouragement, because that's life.
Hayat tam olarak
There's a
böyle
lot
bir
of
şey.
stuff that happens on our dash.
Ve
Get
hayatta
up
birçok şey
one more
olacak.
time. But the most important thing you have to be careful of is what people say to you.
Ve en önemli şey de
You wouldn't hand
insanların
them your
size
future.
ne dediği ya da ne demediği.
Don't listen to their comments, because this is what they're going to do.
Onların yorumlarını iyi dinleyin. Çünkü
Your
onlar
sister,
bunu
your brother,
yapacaklar.
your friend. What?
Sizin arkadaşınız da
Are you
olabilir.
doing that Amway thing?
Size diyecekler, Emre mi yapıyorsun?
Do you mean to say you think you're going to be able to make that work?
Bu işin
I
gerçekten işe
knew
yarayacağını
someone
mı
that was in
düşünüyorsun?
that once.
Buna bir kez
They didn't do any good at all.
duymuştum ve
What makes
hiçbir
you
güzel
think
bir
that
şey
you
olmadı.
can have a better life?
Senin daha iyi bir
where you
hayata
come
sahip olacağını düşündüren motivasyon ne?
Why can't you just be content with what you got? You having your kids babysat again?
Tekrar
They say. And then you say,
bebek bakıcılığı mı yapacaksın? Ve siz de diyeceksiniz ki
I just thought he was going to be my first platinum and he quit. Maybe I can't do this. What happens to our dream? They say. You say. I say. Get your dream. You get your dream. You realize how important you are. There's only one of you.
hayalinizin
And you put your
farkına
dreams
varın ve
somewhere
bunu
very
muhafaza
safe
edin ve bunu
where no
çok
one can get
güvenli bir yerde koyun.
And you don't let anyone steal your dream.
Ve hiç
Don't
kimsenin
let
hayalinizi
anyone
çalmasına
steal your
izin
dream.
vermeyin.
This business is not on trial. You can do it. This is the weekend of celebration of what will be. The rest is the best. We ain't seen nothing yet. The biggest leaders have not been found. The greatest businesses have not been built. We are just beginning. Are you with me? Are we ready?
Daha yeni
Well,
başlıyoruz.
let's
Bunu
rise up
yapmaya
and make
hazır
it happen.
mısınız?
You can do it, guys. Love being
Bunu
with you.
yapabilirsiniz. Sizi
Thank
çok
you.
seviyorum. Teşekkürler.
Wow. Thank you, Glenda. So, as you've heard, anything worthwhile takes some work. Our business takes work, but it's not just aimless, pointless work. The steps are laid out for you clearly. So we're going to get on to a bit of a recognition segment where we're going to recognize people who in this last while have been following those steps and structurally putting together what it takes to put a business together that's
Biz
sustainable.
burada bu iş
So
için bir şeyler yapmaya
something we just
çalışan,
heard
bu
in
iş
the
bir şeyler
background
yapmak
while I was
için
on the
nelerin bir
side
araya
tables there
gelmesini
with all the
gerektiğini
audio guys is that right now
göreceğiz. Bu
we
insanlar
have
neler yaptığını.
just over 4,000 people streaming live right now this seminar.
Şu
So
an
we're a much bigger group than in
4000
this
insan
room.
bizi canlı olarak izliyor.
So that's incredible.
Müthiş bir şey.
So some of the levels we're going to be recognizing. If you are up for any of these recognitions, we'd like for you to make your way to that part of the stage just next to the ramp over there. So we're going to be recognizing the 10 plus step ups. If you could make your way down to there, as well as the pace setters, Express Club, as well as Leaders Club and the T3 badges. So if you've qualified for any of those, if you can make your way to your right, my left-hand side of the stage there,
Sağ tarafta şey
we'd like to
gösterecekler, bu
recognize you.
kualifiye
So
olanlar
we're
vesaire
going to be
vesaire,
starting
bazı
with
şeyleri
the 10
başaranları.
plus step-ups, and we actually have an online
Onlar
recognition, and then we've got those of us who are in the room. So we're going to be starting with the online recognition and taking it from there. Well, you asked me. All right, please welcome up our 10 plus step ups. Okay. Welcome, guys. So we're going to just only name and occupation. Now, by the way, what are these people being recognized for? These people are being recognized for keeping their heads down and working when many, many other people refuse to do that. So they really, really deserve our recognition. We're only going to hear from them name and occupation.
Sadece isim ve soy isimlerini, işlerini alacaklar.
I'm Ricky Malo. I'm a former teacher.
I'm Rahma. I'm a teacher also. Mabara Khapole, social worker.
Dr. Khapule, medical practitioner.
Anne-Marie, and I'm an accountant.
Hi, my name's Heinrich. I'm a chartered accountant.
Ikanyeng, and I'm a student.
Natasha Maharaj, an attorney.
Avishkar Bandhu, owner of an IT company.
Manjim Pumela, monitoring and evaluation practitioner.
Congratulations, our 10 plus step ups. You guys can lead us that way. Okay. So who would like to recognize next up is Pacesetter. Do we have an online recognition for that? I believe we do.
Hi, my name is Cassie Pegan and I'm a homeschool mom of two young amazing boys, and my husband owns his own graphic design business, and we started this business to help push our family into a better financial position and just set up a better future for our family. And we've had amazing support from our team leaders to get where we are now, and we're so excited to see what the future holds in this business.
All right, here are Pacesetters. So we're going to hear from them just again, name and occupation, and whether you're a Pacesetter or a double Pacesetter.
Arkadaşlar işte bir 20 dakika ara verelim. Şu an zaten hani ana konuşmacılar da yok. Daha çok böyle ufak çaplı başarıları kutluyorlar. Dinlediğiniz için teşekkür ediyorum.
My name is Victoria Moare. I'm a Pacesetter. I am a circuit manager.
My name is Beverly Lakay. My husband is Anthony Lakay. We are double pace setters and we are small business owners.
I'm Diana Vikarapi. I'm a Pacesetter and I'm a data analyst.
I'm an academic and I'm a Pacesetter.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Bates. I'm still studying and yeah, I'm a Pacesetter. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Simpur Langa. I'm a double Pacesetter and I'm a sales engineer.
Hello, my name is Priscilla Ngele. I'm a Pacesetter. I'm a subject advisor.
Well done. Proper round of applause for our pace setters driving the business. So when you put together these pace setters, you start to build a little bit of structure. So we're going to recognize a little bit of structure, the Express Club, and you may even see some faces repeated. And that's exactly the point. If you start doing the right kind of work, the right kind of structure begins to fall together. So this next group are Express Club, and we're going to hear from them name and occupation and a very quick reason why you're building the business.
My name is Genel. I'm a medical technologist by profession. I'm building this business for the legacy for my kids. Thank you.
My name is Tutuzile Kabini. I'm an internal auditor by profession. I am an express, and I'm building this to build a legacy for my children. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Patricia Nemkula. I'm accountant by profession. I'm building this business for financial breakthrough and for health conscious.
My name's Ria Van Sale. I'm an HCM consultant, building the business to expose people to healthy lifestyles and homes.
Hi, my name is Hulda Hinjo, and I'm a trainee in the insurance industry. I'm here to not barely survive, but to live my life and enjoy it.
I'm Martin and Nancy. We're building this business for financial options.
I'm Rahma. I'm a teacher. I'm building this business for personal development and to give a quality life to myself and my children.
I'm Beverly Lakay, husband Anthony Lakay. We built this business because our small business after COVID wasn't doing so well, and we are doing this for some extra cash flow.
Okay, well done, you guys. So, those are Express Clubs on their way to Leaders Club. So you'll often hear that, you know, Leaders Club is kind of where you've put a little module together, and if you just duplicate those, you know, ultimately that builds a big business. I can remember when my sponsor went diamond, and everybody was sort of talking to me and kind of saying, well, what's their secret? How did they do that? And I didn't know. So I went over and I said, well, what am I supposed to say when people ask me, how did you do it? And their answer to me was, all we did was we put together Leaders Clubs. And so this is a really significant. So these people deserve a proper recognition, a proper round of applause, our brand new Leaders Clubs. Right, here they are.
Mzamatota Bobi, second year university student. The book that slide edge.
My name is Sheila Mamuseveti Setai, and I've just been appointed as a marketing director for a skills development company. And the book that gave me an aha is Strategies for Success by Jim Donnan.
Hi, my name is Pule Setai. I work for a National Department of Government. The book, it's simple, but not obvious.
Hi, my name is Nigel Lever. I currently work for a paving company, and the book that touched me was The Magic of Thinking Big.
Hi, my name is Ponso Moros, and I'm an academic.
The book that gave me an aha moment, it's got to be Robert Kiyosaki's The Business of the 21st Century. It's made me realize I was living in the wrong quadrant for the lifestyle I wanted for myself.
I'm Wendy Mumalo, and I'm a nurse. I'm still practicing. And the book that really touched me, and every day, it's the book that is easy but not obvious. It inspires me every day to keep going in the business.
I'm Ricky Mumalo, a retired teacher. My wife has just completed what I had to say. Thank you.
My name is Macy Monche. I'm a teacher by profession. The book that touches me a lot is easy, is make the business grow and living.
Well done on your Leaders Clubs. So every single one of these people on stage, if you walk past them later or whatever, please feel free to congratulate them, because what they've done is instrumental to all of us in the room. A rising tide lifts all the ships, and those are the people pushing the tide up. So this next group, yeah, you can clap for them for sure. So the T3 badges. Now these are people who are driving numbers to the weekend, and again, are just lifting the tide, and you'll start to find that those begin to yield results weekend to weekend. And we'd like to recognize these people, so please pay attention, give them a proper round of applause. I'm so impressed that you've mastered the single clap. Can we try that again? Can we try one clap? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was a bit scrappy. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, very good. So we're going to have one online recognition, and can the rest of the T3 guys up on stage? Here are the new T3 badge qualifiers.
Hi everyone, I'm Clinton Hay. I'm a lecturer at the University of Namibia, married to Sandra. I've got a background in business administration.
Amway leaves money on the table. So if you want to get the money, you need to do the challenge. It just makes perfect sense.
Good evening. I am Sandra Herbst. I have a background in IT, and I realized that going wide gives us profitability, and in the end, that is absolutely worth it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Natasha. I have a background as an attorney. I'm a good wife, and my husband told me to do it, so that's why I did it.
Hi everyone, my name is Avishkar Bandhu. I have a background in IT. We realized if we want a different life and we want to have the time to spend with kids and travel, this is this little stepping stones that we need to do in the business. That's why we did it. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Leon Smith. I'm a program manager also in the IT industry, and I'm doing the T3 badge for profitability and for sustainability, and we have to be an example for our teams. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Mavis Nyatlo. I'm a divisional manager in a government organization. I do the challenge for profitability and sustainability and to be an example to my team members. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Heinrich. I'm a chartered accountant like previously. My upline said that there's steps to success that we need to follow to achieve our dreams. I'm following that, and I'm being an example for my team as well. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Vicky Napier. I'm an environmental consultant, and I did the challenge because the challenges are there to stretch us and grow us and to set the goal.
Hi everybody, Bertus van Oskuyf. I've got a business in the construction industry. Yeah, and it's all about stability and profitability, but also to assist your teams in creating a profitable business as well.
Hello everybody, Erna van der Skyf, background in administration. Yeah, badges challenge, it is to give us a strategy. So now we've done the T3 and now it's all about duplication, T6.
Anne-Marie, accountant, and I did the challenge because I want a life by design and not by rules.
I'm Dion van der Vyver. I have a background in HR, and me and my wife would like to go to Mauritius.
Hi, I'm Danette Borchard. I'm a homeschooling mom and businesswoman, and I'm doing the T3 Badge Challenge to help our team get a bigger perspective. Thank you.
I run Henry and Liesel Viljoen. With the reason we did the T3 badge, you need to do the small badges to hit the bigger goals.
Good morning, business partners. My name is Nomvula Shirinza. I'm a government official for Department of Public Works. The reason for me doing these 3 badges for growth and profitability.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Isaac Shirinza. I'm a medical doctor. We're doing the challenge for growth and sustainability.
Hi, I'm Dane de Rook, mining engineer, and we trust the system and understand that proper structure starts with flexibility.
Delita Daruk, I'm an architect. I need to lead by example.
Hi everyone, Annika Patel. I used to work in corporate, but thanks to this business, I've managed to become a stay-at-home mom and build a business full-time.
Pavesh Patel, background in actuarial science and asset management. We follow the challenges because setting up a profitable structure is the first step, and to set an example for everybody else. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Ron Cumming. I'm involved in learning and development. The reason for me doing the T3 challenge is I'm inspired by my coaches, Sean and Lee, and I want to do this to help more people with health and wellness. Thank you.
Hi, Audrey van Willig, accountant by profession. We did T3 to gain some momentum.
Morning, Jacques van Willig, lecturer. Our business is built on duplication, so if we don't do it, why would our team do it? So that's why we started first.
Hi, I'm Philippa Katiti. We are doing the challenges to have a profitable business and growth.
Edmund Katiti, telecommunication systems engineering background, doing the challenges to set an example that our awesome teams can duplicate.
I'm Temben Simelane, got a background in accounting and HR. I've done the challenge T3 page so that I have sustainability and also have options where to work on in the team. Thank you.
Hello, still Nigel. I have no idea what T3 means, but I needed to lose weight to be able to hold on to his wheel. And we found a whole bunch of people who needed to lose weight as well. So thank you, Sean.
Hi, my name is Sheila Mamusabeti Sedai again. The reason we're doing the challenge is one, I have a focus, is I want to travel the world.
My name is Pule Setai, industrial engineer working for a national department. I just want the life of part of my upline.
Well done, you guys. Give me a proper round of applause. That's incredible. So amazing. Again, all those recognitions, absolutely amazing. We'll be having some further recognitions as the seminar goes along, some of those, sort of at higher levels, and just really, really impressed with those people. And well done to every single person across the stage. So, yeah, you can give them one last round of applause, a good, proper one. Absolutely brilliant. We're going to be hearing from somebody who actually is in the Amway Corporation. So, Melody Nakle is the MD of what's called the ESAN region. That's Europe, Southern Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and now the Ukraine. And so this is a lady who's got masses of experience. She's been in Amway Japan. So just an incredible perspective. I had a brief chat with her last night, and this is a lady who we can really, really relate to, I think, on many levels. So she's going to be addressing us on a few things around Amway, so I don't want to steal any of her thunder or any of her time, so please help me welcome up. She's currently based in Germany, Melody Nakle.
Good morning, South Africa. It's so wonderful to be here. Nancy, thank you so much for having me here today, and Network 21. It's truly an honor. This is my first time in the continent of Africa. I've been all around the world, never had the privilege of being here, had the wonderful opportunity to meet such amazing leaders in Mauritius this year, and I was so inspired. The future is bright. It's bright in South Africa, and it's because you have amazing leaders, and you have Amway here to back you up. In fact, I'm going to ask Raj and Emran in a little bit to join me on stage because they have some exciting news to share with you here today. It's actually a surprise. So I just wanted to share, I am so proud to represent Amway, to represent Rich and Jay, to represent all of the family, our executives in Ada. I think you said it perfectly, Gwenda. This business is proven to be successful. We're close to 65 years in the business. We have the most powerful brands in the world for health and wellness. In fact, South Africa is the first market within our portfolio of 33 markets where we have surpassed being a supplement category. We're actually in the health and wellness category that Emran can speak more to. So there's so much opportunity, right? And we're launching solutions to help people live healthier and better lives. We have it featured out there, the body cleansing program. And I know that we have so many amazing, amazing leaders here that are passionate about health and wellness, are experts in the field. In fact, Ruth, you have inspired me when I met you in Mauritius about how we can live a better and healthier life. So I am so excited. I am so excited about the future of this market. I am so excited about the youth of this market. I got the opportunity to meet some of the younger people yesterday when I went into the office, and I couldn't believe the energy, the passion, the commitment, leaving their homes at 3 a.m. to be able to be here and to be able to hear amazing leaders in this business that have proven that you can live your dream. You can help people live better lives, healthier lives. And so I thank you for continuing to powering ahead, to helping people have an opportunity for health, to be able to achieve their dreams, to be able to build communities. And I just want to reaffirm that Amway will always be here to support you all, okay? So with that, I would love to welcome Raj and Emran. Emran will be talking to you about all of the exciting things that are yet to come. And Raj has a very special announcement for all of you here today. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. Wonderful to be here. Southern Africa, how are you doing? That's better. Why did I not get an applause like that? You're British, I'm African, that's why it's simple. Okay, guys, so we got some news to share with you. And I know for the leaders in Mauritius and even for the leaders prior to Mauritius, Imran has made some promises. So the reason Imran's up on the stage, he needs to deliver. And if he cannot deliver, he's going to be doing some explaining. And my job is to make sure he does it before he gets off stage. So Imran, over to you.
You don't need to worry, okay? No, first of all, thank you, Raj. Thank you, the leaders here at the front. It's wonderful to be here. Listening last night to wonderful leaders. Just a bit of background, because some of you know me, many of you probably just see me on a virtual screen. I'm the head of marketing and digital for the region. I've been in Amway for 25 years. And the basic question that you're probably asking, why so long with Amway? It's just because of you. When I listen to people on recognition, how they started, that's what inspires me, that's my purpose. Over 20 years ago, I was at a recognition event in Germany, and I met a leader, and she just said, look, I just want at that time, it was 50 Deutschmark a month, just to get enough money for my twins' shoes every month. That's the reason we're in this business. That's what Rich and Jay started. It's about helping people live a healthier and a better lives, and it starts with each one of you. I'll come back to my promises that Raj has said over the last 2 decades I've made. I know that. That's why I'm still here. But I want to say one thing as well. Mitch talked about Dave Goggins yesterday, about the individual, about pull-ups, etc. I actually just recently read his book. And the reason I want to talk about just one of the things he talks about is rules. When we think we've given 100% and we start to think about giving up, he talks about that's the 40% limit. Exactly what Mitch was talking about. If each day you start to give 5 to 10% extra, you truly understand what your true potential is. And I would say each one of you, this market, our region, we are underperforming in this potential. Whether it's 40% or under percent, what I tell you right now, we truly believe that we can do more, and I have full trust, confidence, not just in what we're delivering as a company, but what Network 21 and what each one of you are going to do. And yesterday I heard about, you know what, I think it was Nancy said, about it's time that we look at this market and ignite this market, unleash the potential. I looked at back and I saw, obviously, you're preparing for potential, preparing for growth. You've also heard what we talk about in Amway, ignite your growth. I truly believe we are on that crest right now over the last few months, over the last year coming out of pandemic. And this is the moment of truth, truly. Now let me tell you about the moment of truth for me. As Raj says, I made some promises. We sat in Mauritius, a number of leaders around here came to me and said, Imran, we need to have a more compelling portfolio. You need to understand this marketplace. I understand this marketplace. I've been coming here for the last 20 years. It's difficult, but every market is difficult. But let me give you some facts. This market, the health and wellness business, is growing at a rate of 5%. That equates from 22 to 26, it will grow over 40%. Now you understand, okay, that's 40% around. What does that mean? When you've heard from, obviously, Glenda talk about Nutrilite, the #1 brand in health and wellness space. Amway, the #1 business opportunity. What you all as Network 21 as leaders, you have the best leaders in the business to fuel this business forward. So why can't we do better? Why can't we? We should. But let me tell you about the portfolio that we bring into this market. Raj talked about, Imran, we have average 1-2 launches a year. Normally, I don't need a script, I don't need a piece of paper, but I had to write a piece of paper just to tell you what is coming in 23 that you've already started to see from a portfolio point of view. And it's a long list. Let me start first. You can save the applause to the end, okay? Excess magnesium sticks, already launched. Milk thistle, coming. Nutrilite Millennials, less stress, more yes, coming. Nutrilite Blender, you've seen outside, ready for launch. Body cleansing, our 21-day detox program. Ruth and Simon are going to talk about that later today. It's not just about the Amway program, it's also about how we connect to HealthPoint and Network 21. That's a huge opportunity for all of you. I've only started yet, so, okay. Nutrilite Daily Restage, that's coming, replacing the existing Nutrilite product, and it's going to be better. Then we've got Nutrilite Zinc and Selenium coming. Yesterday, Alois talked about, his eyes and having to obviously wear glasses, and then he referenced a product we've launched successfully in Europe. We are replacing Bilberry with Vision Health. You've seen the launch of Artsy Studio Skin, wonderful product that's outside as well. We're obviously introducing, as part of the Glow Beauty range, is new herbal range. You're going to see Glister Personal Care, the new oral care restage that's outside, also launching in a number of weeks. And then to finish it off, as part of the personal care, is our body care restage in September. We're going to launch, obviously, GNH. Isn't that a compelling? That's 12 new product launches we bring into the market. So I have delivered, and now I'm going to hand over to Raj, and he'll share some other news.
Whoa, Imran. It doesn't work like this in Africa. You're not done. There was another promise you made. You ain't going anywhere until you speak about the promise.
I delivered. Sorry.
Look at this amazing crowd in front of you. They have beautiful skin, but right now they're concerned about the future of their skin, Imran. And right now, you're either going to solve for it or else you ain't leaving Africa, never mind Empress Palace. Is there any response to that, Mr. Zaman?
No, I did mention Studio Skin, so we've just launched that. That will help. No. You need to understand, this will help also your skin. It's a we're all millennial, young at heart as well, okay? No, I actually can't remember the promise. Which specific promise are you talking about?
Do you have anything you'd like to share about skin nutrition?
I'm aging, come on. You know?
Artistry Skin Nutrition, just to help you along.
Okay, yes. Okay, let me explain. Artist Skin Nutrition, yes. We faced obviously a legal regulatory issue in this market that we could not launch Artist Skin Nutrition because the trademark is taken. So that's why we've obviously explained over the last 6 months that this market will not have Artist Skin Nutrition. We know it's a big loss for your market. I did say obviously to leaders in Mauritius, Deirdre, Tracy, a few of them said, I'll see what I can do. And I'm still exploring.
Not good enough. Is that good enough? Not good enough, Imran.
I was exploring last night, and then it's coming. I woke up early, made a few phone calls, and Artist Skin Nutrition is coming here, and it will be in the market by June latest. Thank you. Hold on. As a British guy, I've delivered, but isn't it time someone locally needs to deliver something? So what are you gonna do?
So the thing is, Imran's the
One at a time.
Imran's the product expert. I'm not the product expert, I'm the money guy. I'm the sales guy. Our job, as in myself, the sales team, and every one of you, is to bring success to what Imran just shared with you guys. And the way we're going to do that, because, we talk about this business being complex, but in actual fact, when things are aligned, it's actually simple. And there's 4 things that, if aligned, will really, really ignite the growth of every ABO's business. The first one is products and product solutions. You just heard from Imran. How amazing is that for you guys, right? The second thing is the income opportunity. We have the best income opportunity that's available for everyone, irrespective of where they are. Okay? And the third thing, which is critically important, which we don't do enough of, is recognition. Celebrating success, celebrating the small wins, whether it's a new ABO or ABOs moving along to the higher award levels. That recognition element is so important. And the last thing, which is the most important ingredient, is all of you, our ABOs and leaders in this room, that really brings all of that to life and connects it all and integrates it for success, not just for you, but for the newest person in your business and everyone that's in the business as a whole. So what I want to talk about very quickly in my 1.5 minutes that I've got left is the second one that I spoke about, which is income. We have the best core plan and sales and marketing plan that's available, certainly within our industry. And so you guys know, that deserves an applause. You guys know we launched Core Plus several years ago, and we launched in Southern Africa, we launched the leader incentive piece of the Core Plus. So as a business here, we're not that familiar with the entire program, but around the world, we've actually launched Core Plus as a whole, which also looks at the early incentives, looking at ABOs kind of from 9% moving all the way up and getting rewarded. So if you think about the T3, the T6 badge recognitions, those are important recognitions and important stages in the journey of the ABO that really brings in incentive and variable money that comes in and really drops in at that point in time. So what we've been doing since we've launched Core Plus, we're at a point now whereby we really been assessing and evaluating Core Plus globally. And so through the performance analysis, the insights gathering, very importantly, feedback from leaders behind me and around the world, we've recognized there are some enhancement opportunities really to take Core Plus from where it is today and enhance it, move it through an evolution so that come September 1, we talk about Core Plus Boost. There's going to be far more money being invested by the founding families and the leadership team like never before when we talk about Core Plus Boost. I'm not going to go into the detail because this afternoon we leave for Diamond Conference, and many of your leaders behind me are going to be joining us from Monday at the Diamond Conference, and this is a big topic where we will be sharing with the leadership. So I won't be going into the detail, but I will say this much. What Imran's just shared, we need to bring to life. And the way we're going to bring that to life, ladies and gentlemen, is September 1, this market in Southern Africa will have the full Core Plus Boost program available to every single one of us in this room. So there is no...
You know what, Raj? I had another request given to me. Yes. It's coming, it's coming. The reason I paused in there, I was asked, can I bring excess multiplier here? Amino advantage. And Raj, muscle multiplier, amino advantage. God, too many things going on.
Keep going, Imran. Even I'm excited. Let's go.
No. The reason I say that, let's kick everything off this weekend. Let's take all the product solutions that you see outside. Take everything you have in the program. Learn, develop, and grow. And I'll tell you this. You start doing that, I'll promise, and I'll bring excess muscle multiplier to the market in time for you, Sean, and everyone else here. I promise, okay?
Well, there you go, guys. Time's up. And this is all I want to say, is that Southern Africa, let's get into the trenches. Let's set ourselves up for success. 1 September is 6 months from now. Structure is going to be important because the money is going to be there like never before. But the structure needs to be in place, balance of width and depth. And once that is in place, and obviously making sure we're sponsoring and bringing new ABOs into your business and helping those new ABOs bring new ABOs into their businesses, there is no way that anything's going to come in our way to make sure we ignite the growth of every single one of your businesses. And I can't wait to see all the new recognitions and all your recognitions up on stage. So let's do this, and all the best, and thank you.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, Ray Keller. Hey, I just got the news that we're going to be with you in July at the next weekend seminar. So happy to be able to know that. And yes, I said we because Carla is going to be coming with me. We've had so many great visits to your beautiful country. We love your leaders. We can't wait to meet all of you. So I know you're having a great weekend now with Nancy and all the Network 21 global leaders. But hey, hang on to your hats. We're going to be down there soon in July, and we're going to have so much fun talking about the future that we can all expect in our business. You put Amway and Network 21 together, along with people like you and me who have dreams and goals, success is inevitable. So we'll see you in a few months in Johannesburg, South Africa. Can't wait. Bye now.
Wow, just amazing. So, thank you guys. Incredible new product things coming along. So, for those of you who just saw that video of Ray Keller, if you're fairly new to the business, you want to hear an audio, I'm guessing it's still available, called Bus Ride of a Lifetime, if you want to understand the man. And there are 1,000 reasons to get your ticket for that weekend seminar. Really would be worthwhile. So, we have speakers, as you've heard, from all over. Our next speaker is a founder's double diamond. That's incredible size business. The leadership that he's put together goes all around the globe, and just an incredible man. I just love his accent. He's from Austria, and he kind of reminds me of another famous Austrian in the movies. So he will be back to do another talk a bit later in the evening, and I'm just hoping for your sake he tells you so. But please help us welcome Founders Double Diamond, all the way from Austria, Alois Sucher.
you to everybody. Thank you. Wow. Oh, I'm so happy and glad to be here with you and be able to spend some time with you and for especially take your inspiration and learn from all the leaders here on the front tables. And I'm also very happy that I can speak after the Amway Corporation speakers because, you know, they put the mindset and say, okay, let's work, let's do something, let's use how we can use now all these great things what they were talking about, the enhancements which will be coming from September. And, you know, so you will be amazed when you hear it. So it's time now to get in action. And so I was asked today, my topic, to speak about meetings. Well, we live in a hybrid world, and so we need to make get the most effect, the best results from our meetings. And as we live in a hybrid world, please let me welcome all our friends and partners from Europe and other places around the world on this session with a loud applause from South Africa. Because this session is streamed to many, many other countries around the world. And I think it's a great thing that what we learned in the last 3-4 years, and we use it now. Now you see how people are. Could we have used it already 10 years ago? Yeah, sure. Why not? You know, there was things available to do these meetings. But it's something new. So let's stick with the old things. You know, it's easier. Change, you know, maybe you love change, I hope, because the only thing which is constant in life is change, what we learned, right? But I don't like change. That's why I still stick with my wife, you know, so. I mean, like, I'm lucky too, you know, she also doesn't like change, so she sticks with me. Anyway, so, you know, it's like if you do something which you did so long, why to change this now, you know? But the reality is we need to go with the time, we need to learn, we need to keep learning, we need to change, but there is things which stay the same also, okay? So, you know, not throw everything out of the bath, you know, and just say, okay, only the new things? No, that also doesn't work. The principles don't change. You know, you will hear a lot about the principles in this today and tomorrow. My role today is to speak about effective online and offline meetings. Now, if there is anything you hear which you say, oh, I've never heard that before, I don't believe that it will happen, but it could be, okay? Then just go and ask your sponsor, ask your upline Platin, Emerald, Diamond, how they do it and how you could implement it or things like that. I want just to speak from our experience from all the European business, which is in, you know, 25 countries. And so it was really helpful to have online meetings with all the different languages and people living, you know, they speak one language, but they live in 5 different countries. And an offline meeting for them was in a language which was their second or third language. And now they can join online meetings in their mother language, let's say, right? So it was a big advantage. But as we will go through the points, you will see there's also things which we should not change. Or we changed and we found out it was not good to change, so let's be hybrid. Let's use both things, offline and online. So what kind of meetings we have? Well, from our experience and everything what we heard in the last decades, you know, and what we saw, the most effective meeting was the living room plan. Why? Well, because we could invite people to our home, we could create a good atmosphere, we showed a business presentation, a marketing plan, and the most important in all this meeting is what happens after we showed the plan, right? It's to close it, to have a result from that. And that, if we did living room plans, all called pull-down meetings, so some groups, the groups together, that created momentum. It was duplicatable to many places without needing to rent rooms or something like that, okay? When we started online, of course it was like, ha! Now we are online, we can all sit at home and watch it from home. Yeah, it worked, it really worked. 6 weeks, maybe 2 months, okay? But then we saw, but there's the results. Where are the results, How to get in touch with those people when they sit alone at home, what do they even see? I mean,
Ne görüyorlar ki?
then I
Bir
changed
düşün
myself.
bakayım.
Okay, I
Bir
watched
kendine bak.
Diler'cim sesin açık. Diler sesin açık canım.
something comes to my mind. Maybe quickly make a note of it, Then something happens. Actually, okay, I get thirsty, or it's empty. So there is things which, and we don't have cats, dogs, horses, birds, or little children at home, okay? If you have that also, wow, So, results come from what happens after the plan. So what we do now, what do we do at home with us? Well, we create a good atmosphere so that when the people come, that they feel well, right? They get some bars to taste or access, things just from the business. Then we watch a plan together. You watch the plan, you don't show the plan on a whiteboard anymore? No, because my focus is after the plan. I want to achieve a result after the plan. The information, we let the information come from the television, right? From somebody who is not me. Because if he doesn't join because of what he saw, it doesn't hurt me, you understand? If I tried for 30 minutes to show the best plan, and then they say, no, oh gosh. If I show them the video from Hans Nusshold, from Janos Demeter, from anybody from the group, even from a downline leaders club who is very excited, from a woman, because there's 5 women, 1 man, so we take a women plan. You can choose, But my full focus, my full energy goes when I turn off the video. Because that's the moment, and to see, okay, with whom can we immediately register, start, with whom to make a next appointment for tomorrow, for the next day, that's what we want. Of course, at home, we also, show them products. No, we eat the products, we show, they're standing around anyway, They have the e-spring standing, take this, then there's water, e-spring. So it's normal, okay? So that's our home meetings, and we also do them, like Sissy and me, one-on-one. The people coming to our home.
İnsanlar evimize geliyor biliyorsunuz.
20 minutes marketing plan video. You have a 20
Bir video izletilebilir.
5, maximum 30 minutes. It's our plan.
Belki 30 dakika.
Watch the video together.
Birlikte izliyoruz videoyu.
Afterwards,
Sonrasında
we use the starting point. We have same
başlama noktasını koyuyoruz ortaya.
Product page. The household change.
Ürün sayfası.
We'll talk, but now we do it like this, that even before we have just this page, the print of the page, we tell them, listen, we'll show you something with household products.
Kendi ürünlerimiz.
Video, because it's much faster when I speak to you, it will take an
Böyle
hour.
çok daha hızlı ben konuşurken.
What you want? Yeah, 20 minutes. Okay, they chose it.
20 dakikaymış. Tamam, bunu seçtiler.
I had nobody take me so far. They always say, no, 20 minutes is good. Okay. So I said, listen,
Hiç kimse beni seçmedi şimdiye kadar diyor.
just
20 dakika video tamam demişler.
paper. What are the things you are using at home anyway?
Ne kullanıyorsunuz evde?
Watch the video. In the
Videoyu
meantime,
izle.
you know, I give this to Sisi. We don't
Zamanla.
need to close there watching the video, you know. She goes to the computer, creates
Bilgisayara gidiyor.
order for them already, you know, depending on what they ticked. When we finish, you know, we
Bir
say,
şey
okay,
seçtilerse alıyor.
how you want to start, 1, 2, or 3.
Nasıl başlamak istersin? 1, 2, 3.
Or you want to make money, or you want to build a
Para yap.
career. And we say,
Kariyer yap.
anyway, they need an order, right? Doesn't matter what they choose.
Hiç önemli değil ne seçerlerse.
What you said, this is your first order, you know, but you can taste
Bu
product.
sizin ilk siparişiniz.
So we want a result afterwards. And that's
Sonrakine bakıyoruz.
online.
Online.
I don't know, you know,
Bilmiyorum ki.
it's better than
Daha
not
iyi.
having the person on the meeting at all, okay? But if there is a
Toplantıdakiler
choice,
için
you know, to say, okay, travel half an hour or I come to you,
Yarım saat git.
we look
Ben
at
sana geliyorum.
your place on the computer. Always
Bilgisayarda bir şey var. Online. Buradan direkt görüyorsun.
that I can see the person. The
Şimdi
second,
insanı görebiliyorum.
what we have is,
Sonrakinde
you know, depending on the place, is business
olaya
preview
bağlı, yere bağlı.
opens. Well, in some countries,
Açık planlar.
after the lockdowns, the previews are full. The people
O
have,
odalar dolu bazı yerlerde.
there's no place.
Hiçbir yer yok. Ayakta duruyorsun.
Border to the next country, or inside
Sonraki
the country
ülke
to the other side of the
ya
country,
da başka bir noktasında aynı ülkenin.
offer it because there would be 5 people.
Belki 5 kişilik var.
What
Her yer boş.
depend on the leader of me, the group there, right? It's not the
Bu
country.
benim grubum diyor, ben liderim.
But hey,
Böyle oldu
some
diyor.
groups are more dynamic, some groups are less dynamic. It's
Bazı
okay.
gruplarda daha çok dinamik var, bazıları daha az. Sorun
If
değil.
there is a chance to do offline live preview, is good. What we learned is
İnternet dışında bir şey yapabiliyorsanız tamam, güzel.
the preview.
Öğrendiğimiz şey.
People don't want to travel.
Birçok kişi artık bunu yapmak istemiyor. Seyahat edecek, birden bir yerden bir yere gidecek.
30 minutes preview and then go back home.
Ondan sonra dinle ve geri dön.
They
Online
think
daha
it's true what they think, but we know it.
bazıları. Evet, onlar için bu doğru.
Provide more for them than just the preview. So we say
Daha fazlasını veriyor.
preview, and on every week or second week there is a
Her
product.
hafta veya sonraki hafta.
One time is Nutrilite, one time is artistry, one
Bir
time.
kere Nutrilite veriyor, artistry veriyor.
Also the club members, you have club members, are
Grup
coming
üyelerimiz
again and
geliyorlar.
again because there is always something new, something different.
Yeni bir
And
şeyler var her zaman, biliyorsunuz.
so it's like a combination. We
Kombinasyon
tried
gibi.
weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. Monthly
Hafta hafta, sonra aylık.
for us doesn't work. So maximum
Sorun değil.
bi-weekly creates a rhythm, what we have seen.
Güzel bir ritim yaratıyor bu.
Okay.
Haftadan haftaya.
Business previews, 2 weeks. Okay, the third, what we do is smart
Üçüncü şey,
start meetings. Once a month to say live, okay? To see, and
canlı. Ayda birlik toplantılar.
how to start smart, you know, to have that, can we do that online? Yes, we can do everything
Nasıl
online.
yapılabilir onu anlatıyormuş. Online yapılabilir ama olsun, yanında olmak istiyormuş.
It's the best effect.
En iyi etkiyi
Start
veriyormuş
and
canlı.
what is the topic of the smart start meeting? Starting point, right? This
Konu ne? Başlama noktası.
activity loop, you know? Yeah, we go
Evet,
through that and,
aktivite sayfaları,
and
döngüleri.
immediately after the smart start meeting to book
Hemen
appointment
arkasında. Hemen bir tane
phone
şey
session.
yap, sonraki
Start
şeyi
call.
telefon et.
You start to
Al
invite.
sonraki randevuyu.
Once you have the people with you in your
İnsanlar yanınızda olduğunda
circle of influence when they are live, this is the
etki
moment.
yayabilirsiniz. Bu önemli.
Take the calendar, fix it, say, okay, this is when we will do it. Okay?
Al eline ajandanı, yaz. Tam belirle. İşte böyle
Next
yapıyoruz.
kind of meeting we have, it's like connects. connect. The online
Bağlantı kur.
connect meetings.
Bu bağlantı kurma toplantıları.
Beginning, everybody watched it alone at home. Again, same
Herkes
secret.
evde kendi başına izliyor.
3 hours.
3 saat,
2 hours just watching. No.
2 saat. Sadece izliyor.
We learned to watch it together.
Birlikte izlemeyi öğrendik.
Party or however you call it, you know, come together.
Nasıl diyorsanız parti olarak.
Groups. If it's like 3
Gruplarla.
people, 5 or 10 or 20
3,
or
5,
30,
10, 20 fark etmez.
what is the goal before?
Amaç ne?
The atmosphere.
Atmosferi yarat.
Information come from the television. Right?
Televizyondan görüntü geliyor.
Doesn't make sense to watch it on the iPhone, okay? For 2 hours.
Telefondan izlemenin bir anlamı yok.
A little bit using the techniques, you know, there is ways how to connect
Teknikleri
in a phone or
kullanın.
a computer to a bigger screen, okay?
Daha büyük
So
ekrana bağlamayı biliyorsunuz diyor, onu yapın diyor.
you need to buy this cable so you can connect it, okay?
Kablolarla falan yapabilirsiniz.
So we watch it together, create the
Birlikte izliyoruz. Momentum
information
yaratıyor.
comes from the television and afterwards,
Televizyondan geliyor bilgiler.
now afterwards,
Arkasında,
book the next meeting
sonrasında.
or make
Sonraki
the
toplantıyı ayarlıyoruz.
register if they are not registered yet, you know. So
Eğer kayıtta değillerse kaydediyoruz.
to get a result for your
Bir
business.
sonuç alabilmek için.
The aim of business, what we are paid for. Are we paid for work?
Buradan çalışmamızdan ödün alıyoruz, bir para alıyoruz.
Nobody cares how many planes you show.
Kaç plan yaptınız kimsenin umurunda değil, önemli değil.
You sponsor 10 people, good, okay.
Eğer kimse 10 kişi
You
kaydetmediyseniz
sponsor 10 people, you get the same. Just
aynı.
we're much more effective.
Daha
So,
çok
this is
etkili.
the connects. And when we do the watch party, and yesterday we spoke about loyalty to Network 21, the
Dün
people
sadakatle ilgili
who
konuştuk.
the ticket can join the watch party. Okay, so we don't buy one
Hemen
ticket and then 5
daha
people
çok kişi katıldı.
10 or 50. Only the person who bought a ticket from Network 21 can enter and join. Yes, the upline,
Evet, bileti olan sadece gelip katılabiliyordu.
provide them some access, you know, depends, you know. We even put there, okay, a box and say, you know, put the 2 euros in the box. If they put it in,
Verdik.
I don't
Kutulara
care.
bir şeyler, para koyduk falan.
Want to give them a duplicatable system. You know, that's so
Daha kopyalanabilir bir sistem verdik.
spend the money now to invite the people. But hey, it's up to everybody by himself how he's doing that. But for Network 21,
Herkes kendisi biliyor nasıl yapacak.
protect them, and we want to keep having meetings like this in the office.
Bu
so
şekilde yapmıyoruz sık sık toplantılar.
joining, you know, that they paid their ticket. We
Evet,
also
biletini alan, parasını veren katılıyor.
happen to you that they say suddenly they are here. They read it somewhere
Bir anda
online,
buradalar, okuyorlar bir yerlerden.
somewhere, and then I'm here. But how?
Buradayım.
I don't have a ticket now. I said, okay, no problem. Give me cash.
Şu anda yok para, bilet
Send
yok.
this money to Network 21.
Tamam diyor. Onlara hemen yolluyoruz parayı, ayarlıyoruz.
Send it to them, right?
Yolluyoruz.
So there is possibilities, you know, to do that in a way
Olabilecek
that's
şeyler
for
bunlar.
everybody. And I think, you know, to
Herkes
do it
için.
together is a way to achieve
Birlikte
the
yapmak.
results from it.
Ancak buna ulaştırmamızı sağlar.
A meeting, we call it
Toplantı. Böyle diyoruz.
online cafe. Like a
Online kafeymiş.
It's like we heard that yesterday, and you will hear it
Dün
more.
duyduk bunu.
Like, how can you get the best results with prospects?
Nasıl daha iyi bir sonuç alırsın?
When you show them the plan. It's when you
Ben
offer a
gösterdim.
solution. Mitch was talking about it, right?
Bir çözüm sundun.
But we can
Çözüm
only
sunun.
offer a solution when we know
Bildiğimiz bir sonucu sunarlarsa
what is the solution.
gene çalışmaz.
Because
Sonuç
the solution might be
çözüm ne?
a health point. Okay, the solution might be an e-spring, or the
E-spring
solution
olabilir
is
çözüm.
money, it's a business
Para
opportunity.
olabilir.
So we don't know, but we need to find
Bilmiyorum.
out and ask them.
Öğrenmemiz lazım, sormamız lazım.
And we sit with somebody, Okay, we can say, okay, let's
Biriyle
have a coffee
oturduğumuz zaman
together. How was your holiday? Oh, yes, I was on holidays already. Yes, you were. How long have you been? 3-4 weeks?
neredeydin 3-4 hafta boyunca? Tatilde miydin? Yok değil.
I mean, not like to do more. Yes, I would love to do
Daha
more,
fazlasını
but
yapmak
okay,
istemiyorum.
then you get all
Yok.
the reasons why they
İstiyorum
need
ama
business.
bir
So you
sürü
just need to
şey,
learn to ask questions. There's good books about it, by the way. So
çok güzel
ask your upline.
kitaplar var bununla ilgili.
Asking questions.
Soru sormakla ilgili.
In a distance. And you say,
Uzaktan.
well, there's 3 hours away, he will not
Saat
come to
uzakta.
me, I will not go.
Ben ona gidemem, o bana
Okay, so
gelemez.
we'll online coffees.
Online
And said,
toplanıyor.
okay, let's meet. And we have a cup of tea or a coffee there. We say, okay,
Kahve
let's
mavi
meet
şeyler aldık
like
yanımıza.
face-to-face,
Geçtik
Zoom or
bilgisayarın karşısına, monitörlerden.
see each other and talk.
Görüyoruz birbirimizi, konuşuyoruz.
Online coffee, and we say, hello, hi, my name is Alois, how are you? What's your
Tanışma.
profession? We do the same.
Bunu yapıyoruz.
In this situation, feels the same like if you would sit next to each other after the
Yan
first
yana
3
oturma
minutes.
gibi hissettiriyor.
Here you can find out, okay, what solution can you offer? Then the next
Nasıl
step
bir
is
çözüm sunabilirsin?
either go into business presentation, or you can say, hey, listen, it was great to get to know you, it was nice. What are you doing tomorrow
Yanına
evening?
gidebilir. Yarın ne yapıyorsun ya da?
Whatever you have planned something already. You know, it's
Bir
good to
planın
have
var
your
mı?
schedule ready that you know how to invite him.
Nasıl
Because then,
davet edeceğini biliyorsan,
and see, even I am using that.
ben bile bunu
because
kullanıyorum.
now I talked to him. I asked him this question.
Korkuyorum. Sorular sordum.
Now if I show him also the plan, it's like, he only asked me that he can show me the plan.
Sadece bunu soruyorsun bana, hani planı gösteresin diye.
So I say, listen,
Dinledim.
I have a friend, I have a
Bir
partner,
arkadaşım
I
var.
have
Bir ortağım var.
a very good person, a very good businessman
Çok iyi bir
who
iş
helped
adamı.
already in similar situations like
Bazı
you are.
böyle belirgin, seninkisine benzer durumlarda böyle birilerine yardım edebiliyor.
We have a online meeting or an offline meeting, you know, and you could
Bazen
come
yüz yüze,
and
bazen
listen.
internette
Maybe you
toplanıyoruz
hear
onlarla
something
birlikte.
that is an advantage for you.
Senin için yaşayacak, hani işe yarayacak bir şey söyleyebilir belki diyorum.
Because if he says, no, I'm not interested, whose problem is
İlgilenmiyorum
it?
derse,
His problem, right? Because
bu problem, değil mi?
I try to, hey, come on, I have exactly the best thing for you. This is exactly
Senin
what you
için en
need.
iyisi
And he
bu
says,
falan dersen,
I'm not interested.
ilgilenmedim.
Mine, because I didn't succeed to sell him this. And we don't need to
Bunu
sell it.
satmaya başaramadım. Ama bunu satmak zorunda değilim ki.
There is a online coffee and we get to know them. Yes,
Online bir kahve
what
içtik,
we offer
birazcık tanıştık.
is, we call it exclusive business talks.
Eksklusif
You can name it anyway, something,
iş
you know, I
konuşması.
just call it like that because it's
Bazen böyle diyorlar işte.
a online, live, mixed business preview. So we say, okay, we have like maximum 5 prospects.
Maksimum
We
5
meet
kişi,
in
5 aday
room.
toplandık.
The organizer introduces the
Topladıysa bunları
same like in the past, you come to the
anlatacak
living
kişiyi
room,
tanıtıyor.
upline, you know, the person who organized it introduces you, you step in front and now you do your
Tanıştırıyor ve sen anlatıyorsun, halkalarını çiziyorsun.
life, saying hello to everybody, asking what is your profession, you know, it's like shaking hands online, okay? So we go through, that's why
Tek
if
tek
you have 10,
online
it takes
şekilde de aynı şeyi yapabiliyoruz. Evet,
for the others. But if there's 3, 4, 5, you know,
tanıştık.
6,
3-5 kişi olursa
works
çok
well.
daha kolay olur.
So
Evet,
it
daha rahat
directly goes from
işler.
person to person. And then I know already, this is a mother with 3 children. She's
Bu
at home
anne,
or she
3 çocuğu
works.
var, bu çalışıyor falan filan. Ben bunları biliyorum zaten.
The experienced leaders, you know, who doing that then, they can immediately react to that.
Hemen
Okay, what you will see now is good for this and this and this and
bunun
this.
için bu daha iyi olur, şu daha iyi olur diye eğer tecrübeli bir liderse hemen söyler diyor.
Marketing plan as a video. I don't show the plan.
Video üzerinden gösteriyorum. Kendim göstermiyorum bazen.
Share my screen and we show they'll watch the 5-minute marketing.
5 dakikalık iş planını izliyoruz.
And what we do, we say, well,
Sonra ne yapıyoruz?
we book appointments.
Ondan sonra hemen randevuları alıyoruz.
Question,
Birkaç soru soruyorlar.
too long time, it's
Fazla
boring
vakit
for the
yok,
one or the other.
sıkıcı.
To wait for that. Let's book an appointment. So,
Hemen bir tane toplantı ayarlayalım. Tek tek
make the appointment immediately. We say, okay, stay online and we speak.
online kalın
And
biz
the other
konuşurken.
one says he has time now. Say,
Vaktim var mı şu anda?
in 15 minutes we'll connect again and we
20
speak.
dakikaya tekrar toplanacağız, tek konuşacağız.
Time now. It is usually those at the living room plan which you say, okay, bye bye, go.
Şeyde,
So it's very
evde
easy.
toplantı yaparken hemen güle güle şimdilik bitirdik deyip gönderiyoruz
Okay,
diyor.
no problem, bye. Gone.
Hemen gönderiyor.
You don't need to deal with it. Or with others who say, well, could we connect tomorrow? Okay, let's
Yarın
connect tomorrow.
toplanabilir miyiz internetten? Evet, olur.
All of that,
Hepsi işte.
like I said, upline, see how you
Üst sıranızla oturun. Nasıl yapıyorsanız.
We just saw that
Sadece
all this,
hepsini birden.
or one of that, is better.
Bir tanesi
than if
daha iyi.
people sit alone at home and watch it by themselves because the results are very low. Best and have a lot of success. Thank you.
Bol bol başarı dilerim.
Really, it's good.
Great job. Hard
Yes.
topic.
Yeah.
Difficult, but needed.
Thank you, Alois. Wonderful to be able to have that kind of leadership out here. I hope Europe appreciates him because what an incredible speaker and what a great business. So, and on we go. I wanted to remind everybody about the social media draw. So there's a spot outside the back of the room there where you can take a photo and post it on social media.
Çekip fotoğraflarınızı.
Into one epic. And just before our last speaker today, we'll be doing a draw. There'll be 3 spot draws. And then, of course,
çekiliş yapacaklarmış.
separate from that, bought your ticket for the July conference. Your name will also go into a separate draw.
Sonraki
And
toplantı için bilet alanlar arasında Afrika'dan.
So my suggestion would be get that done. It's really worthwhile. So our next speaker is somebody local.
Yerel biri
She's an
sonraki.
emerald from Johannesburg. She has a background in the corporate world and has consulted and done many
Şirketlerde
things, been
çalışmış.
convention successful in the business world.
Danışmanlık
But her real
yapmış.
passion, she's a mom of 3. She's a
3
wonderful
tane çocuğu var.
family.
Harika bir ailesi var.
That she's of the heart that it does not matter what your background is, anybody can do this. So
Herkes
please help me
yapabilir.
welcome up Emerald from Johannesburg,
Yeni
Sane Mdlalose.
Ve yeni biri geldi.
Good morning, Southern Africa, and good morning to everyone that's online. I don't know if you're in the morning or in the evening.
Hepinize günaydın dedim.
But welcome to our epic ways. It's really, for me, not only an honor, but extremely humbling to be speaking in front of the most esteemed leaders that we have on the Network 21 platform. So I do not take this lightly, but this morning my job is very simple.
Hafife almıyorum ben bunu ama işim kolay bu sabah.
About supplementation.
Evet.
And I'm going to do this by working through my own journey. And maybe through my journey, you'll get some nuggets that you can use, understand how you can approach supplementation.
Benim hikayemden anlatacağım size nasıl yaklaşacaksınız bu ürünlere.
Relatively healthy. 3 meals a day. I don't really eat cakes and take out. I've learned to be polite on birthdays
Dışarıdan
and have a
istediğim
piece
de
of
oluyor. Kek de yiyorum.
the right thing to do. But I was not a person that eats junk food and things like that, so I thought I was healthy.
Fast food yiyen birisi değilim genelde. Genelde
Think you're healthy.
sağlıklı yerim.
The question, you will always wonder, do I really have to supplement? But what I found
Acaba
when
vitamin kullansam mı?
is that when you think you're healthy, you're in some sort of comfort zone. Yes, I was eating 3 meals a day. I wasn't really exercising every day. I was nutritionally
O kadar
aware,
hareket yapmıyordum.
doing anything about it.
3 öğün yiyordum, bazen yiyemiyordum.
I understood I was in the comfort zone. But the comfort zone is the same as having
Rahatlık noktasındaydım.
And a false sense of wellness means you're believing things that are not true, right? So
Doğru olmayan
I
şeylere
didn't
inanıyorsunuz
realize that if I
demektir.
stayed in this space, I would progressively become unhealthy at some point. So
Bir
I
noktada
needed to
tabii ki
understand
ilerledikçe sağlıksız olacaktım.
the thing that helped me change was these 6 questions. Do you eat 3 meals a day?
3 öğün yiyor musun?
7 colors at each meal.
Her öğünde 7 tane renk var mı?
Do you snack on a protein regularly?
Meyve, sebze, 9-13
Are you getting enough sleep?
protein
I
alıyor
thought
musun?
it was a waste of
Yeterince
time.
uyuyor musun?
I wasn't sleeping. And do you exercise right?
Anahtar
I
sorular.
was exercising sporadically.
Doğru
Technically, if you ask
bir
yourself
egzersiz yapıyor musun? Hareket var mı?
it actually means no, you're not. You can't be half
Aslında
pregnant. You're either
yok.
pregnant or you're not, right? So it was yes to the first one and no to all the other ones. And so when I looked at
Birincisine
this,
evet de ama diğerleri hepsi hayırdı.
like most of you, especially in the southern hemisphere, you all know someone
Güney
with some lifestyle disease. And for me, type 2
Bir
diabetes, hypertension,
hastalığı olan birilerini tanıyorsunuz.
were diseases that I understood people had being overweight. I came from a very big family. I was also big, but I was
Şişman.
considered thin, according to the
Yeah.
family, and no one else. And so I thought these things were genetic. I
Genetik
really
zannettim bu
thought
tür
that's
hastalıkları.
a function of your genetic disposition. What I came to
Genetimizden
learn
geliyor
that
gibi.
actually your genetics
Aslında
influence the extent to which you get any of these diseases very, very little. So if you look here, there are 8 things that cause inflammation.
evet, akrabalarınızdan, sizin kanınızdan gelmesi aslında çok düşük bir
Things like
yüzde.
nutritional deficiencies, having too much sugar, lack of
Çok
physical
şeker,
activity, not sleeping enough.
hareketsizlik, yeterince uyku yok,
These corporate jobs, they stress you quite a bit. And weight.
stresler.
And it was only when I saw this that I realized there are
Tam bunu
8
gördüğümde fark ettim.
genetics I can't control, but 7 I can.
Genetikler kontrol edemem, evet, ama bunları kontrol edebilirim.
Why should I supplement? Started to look a bit different.
Neden vitamin kullanayım?
And I'm sure it might do for yourself as well. But if I think about what I want to do this morning, I want to focus on 2
Bu
elements.
sabah ne yapmak istiyorsam neye odaklanmam lazım?
Environment and nutritional deficiencies. Because these are things which you can manage all 7.
İçerik
however you
olarak
manage
bir
them.
bakmak
But I
lazım.
found for myself, the greatest learning to be on nutritional deficiencies and environment.
Eksikliklerde böyle
So my whole frame
eforda.
of reference changed. And it moved from being, why do I need to supplement to, can I afford to not supplement? Can I
Yani
really
o sorudan direkt acaba ben bunu almasam ne olur? Yapabilir miyim böyle bir şeye geçtim
And
diyor.
in this situation, we all have 2 choices.
İki
It's the
seçeneğimiz var.
opportunity cost of not supplementing. You can continue living as you live.
Fırsat olabilir ya da bedel.
You know that if you continue in doing the things you're doing today, changing
Bugün
nothing,
yapmaya devam ederseniz yaptığınız şeyleri
rate of disease because we're exposed to so many things and so forth.
çok fazla şeye ekspoze olduğumuz için üst üste gelecek bunlar, toplanacak.
Was I
Yine
need
hastalığa gidecek.
but I needed to start somewhere.
Bir yerde başlamam.
I'm not a doctor. So if you think I'm a medical doctor or studied anything outside of bio at high school, no, that's the last time.
Lisede biyoloji dışında herhangi bir şey çalışmadım. Ben bilmiyorum öyle bir şey.
I wasn't someone who was that aware about such things. And I saw
Böyle
something
şeyleri bilen biriyle
as
tanıştım.
something which you do because it's a luxury. you do when you have money or when the time
Lüks
permits.
ya da paran olduğunda ya da vakit gelince kullanacağın şeyler değil.
And at the same
Evet.
time, this was
Aynı
long
anda.
before COVID, around about 2000 and sort of, now I'm going to show my age. That's not a good thing. But it was around about 2005, 2006.
2005-2006'larda
The double X's and things around about that time. And
2X'li kıyafetlere geçtim.
people starting to manage their weight. You would go to shops, you'd see a lot of things for getting fitter, losing weight, doing all those things. So I understood that the industry was
Bazı
growing.
şeylerin peşine düşünce
I also
kilo
noticed
vermenin.
that in the stores, there were a lot of vitamins and supplements. Suddenly, we were
Dükkanların her birinde bu şeyler, vitaminler,
spoiled for choice. For
şeyler
some
var.
of us, many of us, it overwhelms us. What choice do we
Çok
make? How
fazla
do we
bunlar.
determine
Hangisini
the
seçelim?
right supplement, the right vitamin to
Doğrusu
take?
ne? Hangisi?
Someone who doesn't actually have the information.
Herkesin böyle bir
And
bilgisi
when I
yok.
looked at this, I was so grateful for this platform because through the Network 21 and Amway
Çok
Corporation,
minnettarım 21'e ve Lütfü'ye.
not made equal. You basically have three types of supplements: synthetic, food source, and plant-based. And once you know this,
Vitaminler,
the choice that's
direkt
there in the retail shop or wherever you're currently buying, you realize
plant,
maybe it's not even a choice
bu
because it
seçenek
might
bile
be
değil belki de.
supplement. But anyway, what I learned is that plant source supplements are the best. Why? Because they have the highest bioavailability. In simple English, it just means the vitamin you're taking disintegrates and gets absorbed by your body very fast.
Evet, aldığım vitamin en basitiyle anlatmak gerekirse vücut tarafından alınabiliyor mu? Parçalanıp alınabiliyor mu?
Amway team and as well as Glenda talking about Nutrilite being the number one. So on this platform, you're able to
Nutrilite birinci sırada.
supplements, whatever you're buying, and tap
Nereden
in
alıyorsanız.
the number one in the world. Why is
Bu
Nutrilite the
bizimki
number one?
dünyada birinci. Neden?
Variety of reasons. It's the best of science, best of nature, organic
Bilimin
farming
en
practices,
iyisi,
so they're fully
doğanın en iyisi,
integrated,
organik tarım,
to serving, and it's the leading
tek
edge of.
pestisler yok.
So if you're going to supplement, make the right choice and supplement with Nutrilite. And what's so amazing
Nutrilite'la
about
en iyi seçimi yapmanız lazım.
is that they've also converted and will be converting on the South African market, that is, all of their supplements to complementary medicine. What does that mean for you and
Size
I?
ilaç demek. Hani yediğiniz ilaçtır diyoruz ya, onu anlatıyor
It means
bu
it's easy for
aldıklarımız.
us, one, to understand why we should supplement and which supplements we should take. But it also presents
Hangilerini almalıyız, neden yapmalıyız?
start changing your life, you start
Bu
supplementing.
sizin hayatınızı değiştirecek.
You want to share it with a friend. The fact
Bunu bir
that
arkadaşınızla
we
tanışmak
combine it
istedim.
in complementary medicine
Paylaşmak
means
isteyeceksiniz.
it becomes easier for us to also translate this message to our friends. And as Mitch Sala
Bu
said last night,
mesajı birilerine iletmek daha kolay geliyor.
providing
Kendimiz
solutions.
yapıyorsak.
This is an option
Bu
for our
bize
health.
fırsat sunuyor daha sağlıklı yaşamak için.
Story. How did one start the journey? I went
Bir
back to
kişi
those.
nasıl başladı bu
And I
yolculuğa?
thought about the second question there. Do I eat seven colors at most meals?
Evet, ikinci soruya geçtik. 7 renkten yiyor muyuz?
Seven colors on a Sunday. They don't all look as healthy as they should, but it's seven colors, right? Even the browns from cakes and things like that, but they're there. But do you
Şimdi renk olarak baktığınız zaman bazı yiyeceklerde de o renkler var ama oradan o bitkinin şeyine geliyor mu? Mesela keklerde de var renkler.
double X range as well as daily? And really this allows you to ensure that you
Double
have
X ve
the
daily'den
right
bahsediyorum.
number of phytonutrients and minerals in your body every day at all times. What was also
Gün
amazing
boyu
about
size bütün almanız gerektiği şey yok.
born with many medical allergies. So having the option of the children's range of multivitamins as well as the omega was key
Vitaminlerin
because now the children
olması çok iyi bir şey
have the right
çocuklar için de.
So what's important for you to understand, even for yourself, you need to know what you have to eat, what you need to take. And for your children, you need to give them
Çocuklarınız için
actually formulated to give them the right nutritional value and constructing them well, especially when it comes
doğru
to
bir içerik vermek çocuklara çok önemli.
platform. And then I thought about fruit and veg. Yes, I was not someone
Sonra
who
düşündük.
ate a lot of sweet things, but I certainly wasn't a vegetarian.
Tatlı falan yemiyordum ama
So I could relate very well to this statement that 8 out of 10 people typically don't eat the recommended amount every day. I was one of those 8
10
people.
kişiden 8'i yeterli meyve sebze yemiyor gün içinde.
Have many vegetables and fruits in one day. You
Bir
know,
günde. O kadar şey nasıl yiyor?
2 pieces of fruit at some point, another one at another point. You're having 1 green vegetable on your plate. That like gets you to a good number of 5. When do you hit the number of 9? And then I thought of all my vegetarian friends, and I thought, wow, they must be better off than myself.
Vejetaryen arkadaşlarımı da düşündüm. Hani daha iyisini yapıyorlardır. Hani ben birer tane belki yiyebiliyorum.
I realized that the nutritional value of our fruit and veg in today's environment is not actually.
Beslenme değeri çok düşük
So what
şu
this
anda.
means, this is a
Onları
function
fark ettim.
of soil that is depleted of the right minerals and so forth.
Yeterli
The same nutritional
mineraller, vitaminler tam olarak içermiyor.
of an apple or whatever it is that you're eating.
Elma, her
I don't
neyse.
think any of us know
Biliyorsun.
anyone who eats that many apples just to
O
get
kadar çok elmayı nasıl yiyeceksin tamamlamak için?
of iron. You have to eat like 26 apples. Now that's like what, 2-3 bags? I don't know if any of you can eat that plus eat your normal food. So Nutrilite has concentrated fruit and veg, and they also have a natural multi-keratin. And really what this is these products do, they're very high
Konsantre meyve sebzenin içerisindekini söylüyor. 9-13 servise denk gelebiliyor meyve sebze olarak.
and healthier life.
Daha sağlıklı bir hayata geçebiliriz.
Now that I know what to do with my meals,
Protein atıştırmalık
am I actually snacking?
yiyor musunuz?
My life was on the go. Corporate jobs, you're very busy. I used to travel a lot.
Hiç
So snacking and eating right
çok
was not something that I really did.
hızlı bir hayat.
But when I did snack, I certainly was not snacking on protein. I was snacking on crisps.
Arada bir şeyler atıştırdığımda tuhaf şeyler yedim.
There was some
Protein değildi.
But
Bazen bazıları proteinde.
it was not only important to snack on protein, but it was also important to make sure the meal that you're having has enough protein in it because the body constitutes of water and protein.
Arada bir protein atıştırmak değil de yediğin şeyde de
Product.
sabah, öğlen, akşam öğünleri gibi öğünlerde de protein yeterince alabilmek önemliymiş. Bunu da fark ettim diyor.
It's a miracle product. You can put it in hot things. You can use it for elderly people who don't really eat much. A child that will only have a yogurt before they go
Orada
to sleep.
gösterdiği şeyleri anlatıyor.
So many benefits. And if you're looking for snacks on the go, there's excess bars. There's also a dietary.
Yanınıza alabileceğiniz atıştırmalıklarımız da var diyor.
These are the things that are available, but you need to decide what's important for you based on your lifestyle.
Bunlar var, evet, ama size hangisi lazım? Bunlara karar vermeniz gerekiyor.
The thing I thought was a complete waste of time. I married someone who loves to sleep. I'm the complete opposite. I spend my life wishing.
Tamamen zaman kaybı diye düşünüyordum diyor. 8 ila 10 saat uykuyu günlük.
I thought sleep
Gece.
was time. You could be so much more productive. But this morning I want to
Evet,
think
daha çok şey yapabilirsin diye düşünüyordum.
in the context of environment. Because most people that don't get enough sleep, it's a function of their environment. Either you have a stressful job, you're working a lot, you know,
Çok
even if
çalışıyor olabilirsiniz. Stresli bir hayatınız olabilir, işiniz olabilir.
you're not able to sleep deep, have a deep
Yeteri
sleep.
kadar
And
su
so we
alamıyorlar.
things in our environment that we need to change, and there was an opportunity to change. The first thing
Bunu değiştirmemiz gerektiğini gördüm. Bunun için bir fırsat vardı.
And you know, when you travel, you pick up things wherever you're going, whether it's on the continent or overseas.
Gezerken
And
bir şeyler öğreniyorsunuz, görüyorsunuz.
vitamin D to boost my immune was very, very important. And then
Bağışıklığınızı güçlendirmenin önemli olduğunu öğrendim.
vitamin B was that product, releasing stress slowly for my children, and Sfiso is more
Vitamin B
about
çok önemliydi. Onu öğrendim. Çocuklarım için de kendim için de.
as rhodiola.
Rhodiola da öyle.
Use when you're on the go, that boosts your energy much faster. And then
Enerjinizi daha hızlı bir şekilde yükseltir.
2020 and COVID, everything went
Yoldayken
digital
çok
meetings.
kolay.
You know, everyone has 5 senses. My hearing has always been terrible.
Herkesin 5 duyusu var. Duyuşum hep zordu, çok kötüydü.
My eyesight is not that strong after 2 years of digital meetings. There's bilberry that you can
2
take.
yıl boyunca dijital toplantılar yüzünden gözlerim de o kadar iyi değildi.
So it's really about saying, what is your life looking like? What are your habits? Where are your
Sizin
deficiencies?
hayatınız nasıl görünüyor? Alışkanlıklarınız ne?
Lastly, as a woman, CalMag was very important. And those of you who are taking, whether you're male or female, taking vitamin D, CalMag assists with making sure that vitamin D is absorbed much better in your body. So these are
Canmak anlatıyor. D yoksa yanında daha az oluyor emilimi. D ile birlikte emiliyor. D kadın için daha önemli.
I grew up in a family of asthmatics. I'm not asthmatic, but I have asthmatic siblings, and my children are asthmatic. So it became very
Astım var
important that we
bazılarında
start
diyor.
thinking about our
Çocuklarım
environment. And
falan
vitamin C
yok ama
is a wonderful
akrabalar
product
var.
to use. If you
Bunları kullanabilirsiniz.
struggle with asthma, sinus, and those type of things. And so we used the vitamin C plus, which has a slow release, as well as
C kullandık. C plusu.
but that was fixing ourselves on the inside.
İçeriden bizi düzeltiyordu.
Environment. One of the important things we needed to do was to actually ensure that our environment, which is our house, you can't control your work environment. You can't sort of, if you're working in a factory, you can't say you're not
İş
coming to
çevremizi
work.
kontrol edemeyiz. Evimizdeki çevreyi kontrol
Certain
ederiz.
particles that are not good for you, right? They probably wonder that you need a bit of help. So based on that, you can't control that, but you can certainly control your home environment. So in addition,
Evinizi kontrol edebilirsiniz.
we switched everything in our house to the Amway product range because the Amway
Evdeki ürünleri değiştirdik. Komple yeme ürünlerini aldık.
but they don't have any chemicals or anything like that.
Kimyasal falan yok içinde.
And then, and another thing I learned is that yes, the body's
Bir
made
şey
of
daha var
protein,
öğrendiğim.
but most of our organs are also made of water. All the important organs.
Birçok organımız ayrıca sudan yapılma.
Constitution of the organ. And so you need to drink water, but not
Evet,
just
su
any
içmen
water,
lazım.
not the tap water
Her
that's
su
high in
değil.
fluorine and so forth. You actually need to be invest in an e-spring and ensure that you are drinking water.
E-spring'e yatırım yapmanız lazım.
Diseases and any hocus from your water. And that's what we offer on the eSpring platform. So,
Suyun en iyisini, en kalitelisini sunar size.
start looking at nutrition and health in your environment in this way. You realize that if you have a decision to make, and you actually
karar
realize
vermeniz
that
gerekiyorsa.
genetics is such a small portion or such a small contribution to one getting disease, you realize that you have other things, 7 of which you can control and move towards.
7'den hangilerini kontrol edebilirseniz onların üzerine.
Think about that. What choice are you going to make?
Düşün bakalım hangi
About the courage to make
seçim
choices.
yapabilirsin.
Do you have the courage
Buradaki
to
cesaretin.
start living in a different way? Do you have the courage to
Farklı
change everything
yaşamak
you do in
için
your family
değil,
and start subscribing to?
etrafınızdaki şeyleri aileniz için değiştirmeye cesaretiniz var mı?
You might not, you can listen to me or not listen to me, but
Ve dinleyebilirsiniz, dinlemeyebilirsiniz ama
she shared with us yesterday that the best thing she did, and one of the things she's most grateful for, are the choices she made years ago around her lifestyle, exercising, and health practices. So, don't
yaşam
take it
tarzında ve egzersizde değiştirdiği şeyler çok önemliydi.
So, when is the right time?
Ne zaman doğru zaman?
Time to do anything is now.
Bir şey yapmak için hayatta.
Is there's Amway staff at the back there that can explain. There's a wonderful range of products. Start somewhere. You've answered
Diğerler
those 6 questions for yourself. I don't know what they say to you,
kendiniz
but get together
cevaplayın.
people that are at Amway that can help you and start your journey to
Amway size yardım edebilir
the seminar.
yolculuğunuza başlamak için.
One thing the past couple of years has taught us is just how fragile life is and how quickly life can change. Being bound to a wheelchair is something most people cannot even imagine. Being dependent on another person to help you with the most basic needs as a human is unimaginable for most able-bodied individuals. Imagine the simple things like going to the bathroom, preparing a meal, or just getting a drink of water from the tap. We all take these things for granted. A wheelchair can transform the life of a disabled person as well as the lives of those around them. With your help, Network of Caring Southern Africa has distributed over 12,000 wheelchairs to date all across Southern Africa, partnering with local communities who assist us in reaching the remotest places in our country. However, the need is still great. If you are in any position to help, please visit our customer care counters for more information on how to get involved. You may also contact me via email, lisam@sa.n21.com. We know that together we can make a difference. Every little bit adds up to make something great and help those around us.
And you know that we'll never say never if we ever get the chance. And it's good to be alive. It's good to be alive. This feeling's running high. Life is calling and the world is beautiful. Na, na, na, na, na.
Thank you, Sine, and thank you, Network of Caring. For those of you who are involved maybe in charities, maybe you'll know this, but for many organizations around the world, I can remember actually showed the plans to someone years ago, and he said he was a fundraiser, and I said, well, how did that work? And what he explained was that when people raise money for charity, legally, so he's a professional charity sort of, fundraiser, legally they're allowed to keep up to 40% of the revenue that they collect for their own income, so that the other 60% can go towards those organizations. And it's people like Network 21 and Network of Caring who make sure that every cent that you give towards whatever
Yardım toplayanlarla ilgili çok ilginç bir şeyden söyledi. %40'ı toplayan kişiye kalıyormuş. Kalan 60'ı ancak ilk gitmesini istediğiniz yere gidiyormuş.
some fee or anything like that, and it's just incredible. So everything that you donate actually does make a massive, massive difference. You can always support somebody like that, and we always do. So in keeping with this international seminar, our next speaker is a double diamond, and he built to double diamond in a time of about 5 years. And subsequently, he's a father of two daughters, and they're building their business too. So if you can give us a real warm Southern African welcome to Double Diamond from the UK, Trevor Lowe.
Well, thank you.
Teşekkürler.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever it is. It's a long
İyi
time
öğleden
since
sonra
I've
ve
been
günaydın, iyi
back in
akşamlar
London,
her neyse.
and it's really great to be here and see such
Burada
an
olmak harika.
exciting bunch of people. And it's really great
Böyle
as well to see so many young
insanları
people
görmek.
here too. This is going to be the start
Buraya
of a major growth phase in this market. I have no doubt
büyük
about it
bir
at all.
büyüme başlatacak. Böyle görüyorum. Gençler var burada.
We were asked to talk about surviving the tough times.
Evet, zor zamanları
Talk about tough times.
atlatabilme konusunu verdiler bana.
First and primarily for all of the other people outside. Because you see, in this world today, that just about everybody who's not in this business is suffering from
Bu işin
some sort
içinde
of hyperinflation or
olanlar
cost of living increase or worry about where the next meal is
şeylerle
coming.
inceliyorlar.
There are people, many hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people out there who need what we have to offer.
Bizim önereceğimiz şeye ihtiyacı olan çok insan var.
Head around the fact that you have something really good that's decent, honest, wholesome. You should be sharing this with everybody.
Herkesle bunu paylaşmanız lazım. Çok harika bir şey var elinizde.
You share this with can indeed build this business.
Kiminle paylaşırsanız gerçekten bu işi yapabilir.
There are all sorts and types of people in this business, and as long
Her
as
tür insan var bu
honest and loyal,
işin
they're
içinde.
going to build a big business with this system. And that
Bu
the system
sistemle
comprises,
çok
of
büyük bir iş
course,
bulabiliriz.
incredible support elements, which makes things even easier
İki
for you, I
müthiş
think, to get your head
destek
right
elemanı var.
about sharing this concept.
Bu
In
konsepti
fact,
paylaşmak için.
so right, in fact, I think it's almost a moral responsibility to share this concept because you can potentially help so many people.
Ahlaki bir sorumluluk bizim için bunu paylaşmak.
Very, very fortunate indeed because we're supported by
Çok şanslıyız.
Amway Corporation, of course, who
Emre
provide
şirketi tarafından
all the
destekleniyoruz.
background that we need. It's been already said from this stage today, not only in terms of products, but in terms of all of the background that there has to be in any sort of business, they do for us.
Her bir işin içerisinde olan şeyleri bizim için yapıyorlar.
They get the approvals for products in different markets. And the corporation
Onaylar
has
onlar alıyor.
the most incredible track record. This
Çok
Amway
harika bir rekoru var.
number one
Evet.
direct sales business, but it's been around for over 60 years. The
Hep birinci numarada
and the
doğrudan satışlar.
validity of the business is not in any doubt whatever. The evidence is there for everybody to see.
Herkes için açık bu deliller.
It goes so much further
Şüphe
than
yok.
that because we've just had a wonderful presentation there on Neutralite. And you know,
Nutrivey'den çok güzel bir sunumumuz oldu.
selling vitamin and mineral supplement
En çok satan
in the world.
vitamin mineral desteği.
That if your business was actually that you were the CEO of the biggest retail chain in your country, whatever that might be. In the UK, we would say Tesco. I don't know whether that means anything to you. And somebody offered you the exclusive rights to sell Neutralite, what would that be worth to that business? It would be worth
Bunda
billions.
üzerinde olsanız da
And yet you get
acaba
that
siz de bunu önerdiklerinde Nutrilite satma işini
included in your starter
sizin
pack.
için ne ifade ederdi?
Fantastic value and power in your hands.
Fantastik bir değer, bir
But you see,
parasal değer olacak elinizde.
because as we've just heard, it is unique,
Az önce
it's
duyduk.
good, and it's wholesome. I'm a biochemist by profession. And the reason I got into the
Kimya
Amway
gelmiş.
was because when I saw Neutralite, I
Nutrilite'i
realized
gördüğümde
that
fark ettim ki
even if science hadn't yet discovered a vitamin or a
bilim bile tam olarak
something that was important for our
bulamadığı şeyleri
even if science hadn't discovered it, it would
henüz
be in
bulamadıklarını
because you see our product
biz alabiliyoruz. Nutrilite.
contains plant concentrates, plants grown organically on our own farms.
Organik büyümüş bitkilerden alınıyor. Oradan konsantre ediliyor.
Micronutrients that
Mikro
our body chemistry was
besleyiciler.
designed to require.
Bizim kendi vücudumuzun alabileceği kimyasallar. Vücudumuzun kimyasına bağlı. Uygun.
And all of
Yapın.
the
O
companies out there
şekilde
making synthetic supplements suddenly realized they had a very
sentetiklerini yaparken fark etmişler ki
always had those
bizim
vitamins.
elimizde en önemli şey var.
That's remarkable. But I
Bu
could
harika.
go on.
Böyle devam edebilirim.
I don't know. eSpring was mentioned as an example. Now,
Espring'den bahsettiler mi acaba?
an
Örnek olarak.
incredible product. Incidentally, also
Çok
world's
harika.
one selling domestic water treatment system.
O da en çok satanlardan ev tipi
Company when it
olarak.
comes to top selling products.
Birinci sırada.
What you perhaps haven't looked at or haven't studied is the contaminants list that Amway publishes about what eSpring will actually remove. Anybody here like
Neleri alıyor acaba bilen var mı? Gördünüz mü? Baktınız mı hiç?
movies and all that good stuff? Have a
Suyun
look
içine
at
neleri alıyor bu?
waters. It's about a situation that occurred in the US where water supply got contaminated. And it was the contamination
Abin
both
gelirse kapıyı açın. Gerçi o anahtarıyla açıyor da.
with what is known as forever chemical. It's a chemical that's been produced artificially, but once it's in the environment, nothing will break it down. And these particular chemicals are in a lot of water supplies around the world. Certainly in the UK, I suspect also in Southern Africa too. Eastspring removes it, 99.9%. And if you're interested in it, look at the published contaminants list, and I think you will be,
İlgilendiyseniz bir bakın
and
neler
so will
oluyor.
your potential customers, and so will you get excited
Potansiyel
about sharing the business opportunity, because you will be giving those prospects the opportunity to benefit
fırsatı
from
siz veriyorsunuz adaylarınıza. Onu bir düşünün.
that comes from the company.
Bu
Now,
şirketten gelen tüm bu faydaları
you to actually
satalım.
talk to you about today, but I'm not really into social media, but I just wanted to point out to you that there
Sosyal medyayı sevmiyorum.
corporates out there they're now actually doing something rather different with social media. They're out there
Birçok
recruiting.
şirket bir şeyler yapıyor internet üzerinde, sosyal medyada.
They're going to make them into influencers.
Bizi etkilemek için yapıyorlar bunları, yapacaklar.
It's going viral.
Yayılıyor internette.
But the other aspect of tough times I wanted to talk about is not just the fact that there are millions out there going through tough times who you can help. Some of you are going through some tough times in your businesses.
Bazılarınız da işinizle ilgili zor zamanlardan
I
geçiyorsunuz.
think is significant. And that is,
Bazıları
in the
önemli.
world in general and in life in particular, things tend to go a bit like this, don't they? Sometimes things are good,
Para
sometimes
aşağı gidebilir, evet.
not so good.
Bazen yukarıda,
And it's
bazen
the
aşağı.
same in our business. But
Aynı içimizde de böyle.
you'll never find an Amway business that grows like this. You'll
Hiç böyle
find
bir
it
iş
growing
görmeyeceksiniz böyle Emre'de.
like this. Do you understand?
İnişi
And
çıkışlı
it's a matter
olacak.
of understanding that and
Bunu anlamak.
finding the ways in which you can avoid the negative thinking that might come from you being in your business down here when you had hoped to be.
Negatif düşünceyi öğreneceksiniz. Yani aşağıya inerken, yukarı
You can
çıkarken.
overcome
Ne değiştiriyor?
challenge. So how are you going to do that? Well, it's actually
Zorlukları nasıl
all about,
aşacaksınız?
you've heard the word before, it's all about attitude. And attitude is about getting your mind into such a
Tutumunuz
position
önemli.
that you start to actually welcome the challenges that come your way.
Size doğru gelen o fırsatları, zorlukları fırsata çevirmek, onu kabul edeceksiniz.
Which is a matter of
Tutumunuz.
attitude. That and if you could adopt this,
Tutum demek.
this is your thinking, that in every adversity there lies the seed of a greater or better benefit. So if something goes wrong,
Daha iyisini alabilmek için
something goes wrong, you look for the good.
bir şey kötü
If you look
gittiğinde
for the
iyisini
good,
bakarsın.
generally find it. May take a bit of
İyi
looking,
bakarsan
but you'll generally
bulursun.
find it. And that's what
Genelde
I'm
bulursun.
talking about when it comes
İşte
to
bundan bahsediyorum.
attitude here. Now, of course, I'm talking
Tutum.
about positive mental attitude, and I came across a quote the other day. And
Pozitif
I'm not
olanından
actually
bahsediyorum tabii
sure
burada.
where it came from, but I like it.
Nereden geliyor bilmiyorum ama
it says,
seviyorum.
a positive mental attitude
Pozitif,
does not solve all problems, but it
pozitif bir
always
tutum
annoys enough
her
people
zaman
to make it worth the effort.
sorunları çözmez ama yeteri kadar insanın canını sıkar.
I like
Negatif.
that.
Bunu seviyorum.
So why is it then a matter of attitude that we can build our businesses? Well, quite simply, because
Bu tutumla
it's incredibly simple.
alakalı. Neden böyle? Neden? Bu kadar basit zaten bu.
Show the plan in just a few seconds, because all
Planı
we do is
göster.
we
Bir
provide
saniye.
people with products and services they need and use every day, and when we do that, we can make a profit. And then we say to other people, "Look what I do. You can make a profit as well, and I'll help you."
Bak ben ne yapıyorum, sen de aynısını yapabilirsin,
Action. Do you want to get in?
kazanabilirsin.
That's the plan.
Gelmek ister misin? Plan bu.
That is the plan. It's
Yani
incredibly
bu.
simple, but
Çok
being
kolay.
humans, we like to try to complicate things. And
Burada durup işleri zorlaştırmaya çalışıyor.
that comes in is self-doubt and feelings that things just
Kendimizden şüpheden geliyor bazı
happen in
karışıklıklar.
fast enough. You can change that. You can change that by
Şüphe
just
yapmamak
working
önemli.
on
Bunu
the development
değiştirebilirsiniz.
of that positive mental attitude and really getting annoyed
Pozitif zihinsel o şeyi
a positive
tutumu
mental attitude
kendiniz
does
oluşturabilirsiniz.
without doubt attract people. It motivates people. It excites
Motive eder insanları.
and you
Canlandırır.
can build your attitude by understanding that everything
Yani tutumunuzu
is driven by the
yaratabilirsiniz.
dream. You know,
Hayalle
you've
güdülenmiş bir
asked this,
şekilde.
I hope you know. Why are you here this weekend?
Neden buradasınız? Bu hafta
Why
sonu.
are you doing this business?
Neden bu
You
işi yapıyorsunuz?
don't know why you're
Bilmiyorsunuz
here, then
burada
you
olduğunuzu.
better soon find out why. Because if you
Bulsanız iyi
don't,
olur.
you won't.
Bulmazsanız bulamayacaksınız.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Mantık
So,
bulamayacaksınız içinde.
we talk a lot about the dream. A lot of people, negative
Hayalden
people,
bahsediyoruz.
somehow think that that's,
Fazla negatif görüyor.
I don't know,
Bilmiyorum.
cheap or meaningless, but it's not. Because you see,
Basit,
our
anlamsız diye
psychology
düşünüyorlar. Ama değil.
works on the principles of psycho-cybernetics. That what you can see and believe and visualize, you can make a reality.
Ne görür, inanır ve aklınıza canlandırırsanız onu hayatınıza geçirebilirsiniz.
Schwartz in The Magic of Thinking Big. Strong
Büyük
belief
düşünmenin büyüsünde var bu.
to figure out the way. And strong belief comes about from you visualizing,
inanç.
seeing and feeling what it's going to be like when you have achieved
Görmek,
goals and your dreams.
görselleştirmek, hissetmek size bunu sağlayabilir.
I'm sure Mitch will talk about this in just a minute. If you can see and believe this, then because you have the
Görür,
vehicle of this business
inanırsanız
backed up by the most tremendous support that comes through Network 21.
Network 21'den müthiş bir destekle birlikte
Network
evet,
21 enables us to build a
ilerler.
community. And our businesses are communities, but we're part of a bigger community. We're part of a
En
Network
büyük
21 family, which teaches us
aileden biriz.
gives us confidence and enables
Güven
us
verir.
to overcome the tough times. And that's
Zor zamanları aşmamıza yardımcı eder.
the next weekend seminar in South Africa. I suspect is going to be
Sonrakinde
very, very big.
çok
Because
büyük
I can
olacak.
see
Afrika'daki
a lot of
seminer.
excited people out there.
Çok heyecanlı insan görüyorum.
And part of my dream is to pass on a
Benim
business
hayalim
which is big
bir
and
tanesi.
secure to my daughters. And so
Ve
what I'd
güvenli bir
like
iş kurmak kendi
to
kızlarım
introduce
için.
you to my daughter Kate, who's going to come and talk to you now, probably more effectively than I do.
Birazdan bir tanesi gelip konuşacakmış. Kate isminde oldu.
So give a welcome here, please, to Kate.
Kate geliyor.
Hi, good afternoon. Southern Africa, it's amazing to be back. I cannot tell you how honored and privileged I am to be stood on this stage in
Çok
front of
onurluyum.
incredible leaders. You have no idea what you have been blessed with this weekend.
Kutsanmışsınız. Hiç bilmiyorsunuz nelere sahipsiniz bu hafta
I
sonunda.
want to thank Network 21 for giving me a catwalk because I always wanted to be a model. Just never had the
Aday
body.
olmak istiyordum. Kedi yürüyüşünü yapıyor.
Work on that, right? So it is absolutely a huge privilege to spend a little bit of time with you, and thanks to my dad, I will be forever grateful for what him and my mum started 40
Annesi ve babasının başladığı
years ago.
iş için minnet duyduğunu söylüyor.
In 1979, they saw this incredible
79'da görmüşler bu harika fırsatı.
and my mum saw a way to be able to travel the world. and they have, over the last 44 years, created a legacy that will pass on to my sister and I, to our children, to our grandchildren, and you have that.
Ve bizden sonra gelen nesillere geçecek bir miras oluşturdular.
I'm not sure why we were given the topic of surviving tough times, but I guess we've been through some in the UK, and I guess the world has been through some over the last couple of years. But let's not dwell too much on that. But I just
Evet,
want to say,
zorluklar yaşadı dünya.
regardless
Ama
of
fazla tutmayalım mı?
you know what's happened in your life and around the world over the
Hayatımızda
last
neler oldu, dünyada neler oldu?
keep a notebook at the airport as I flew up from Cape Town, because I've been here 3 weeks
Bir
already.
küçük notebook
And I picked up a
notebookları
notebook.
aldım.
On the front of it, it had a quote from Martin Luther King Jr.
Martin Luther
It said,
King
"Only
Jr.'dan.
in darkness can we see the stars."
Sadece karanlıkta yıldızları görebiliriz. Sözünü okudu.
And I thought that was incredible, because when things are tough, sometimes it's
İşler
really
zor
easy
değilse
to get dragged down, yeah?
aşağıya çekilmek kolaydır aslında.
What are we looking for? What are our dreams and our goals for the future?
Hayalimiz, hedefimize odaklanmak daha
So
önemli.
dark here, I can't see them, which is
Çok karanlık
fantastic.
burası, göremiyorum onları. Bu harika.
Issues, problems, we've all got them. We've all got tough times. And you
Problemler,
know what?
sorunlar. Hepsini biliyoruz. Hepsi var
You guys
bizde de.
have tough times here too, right? I've been here 3 weeks. I've experienced load shedding.
3 haftadır buralardayım.
I never realized I was going to have so many romantic dinners with my husband.
Eşiyle çok fazla romantik akşam yemeği yemiş.
But you know what?
Bu 3 haftada.
Those people who decide to turn things around and step
İşleri
out
toparlamak,
with things and not make excuses
getirmek için
are the ones that are going to benefit and
uğraşacak insanlar
anything here.
şeylere ulaşacak. Sonra
Oh, thank you, Nancy. Thank you, sweetheart.
evet, ışık getirdiler.
Oh my goodness, you see, okay, so in the UK we've had some challenges. You know, a while back
Bazı zorluklar bizi de vardı.
we needed to stop sponsoring. There were some issues, and we had a couple
Bazı
of
sorunlar vardı. Kayıt yapamıyorduk.
but some people decided that was the end of their Amway business.
Bazıları işler bitti demiş.
Get good at retailing, and they decided to stick with it. And today,
Bazıları orada kalmaya karar
such
verdi.
incredible retail business in the UK. It's exceptional, and that was brilliant because
Çok
it's put
özel
us in
bir
a position to be able to teach
orada.
people how to make money straight away. Why did you get started in this business to make money?
Neden
How do you do
başladınız
that?
bu
You
işe? Para
generate a
yapmak için.
retail business. So
İnsanlara
whatever
anlatırsın.
challenges you are going through right now, you can make the
Ne
decision
zorluklar
to
yaşıyorsan.
capitalize on them. You can adapt, and you can work
Adapte olabilirsin.
to change those things and come out the other side.
Değiştirmek için karar verebilirsin.
Now, your past does not define your future.
Geleceğiniz geçmişinizi tanımlamaz.
You can adapt and you can move on and you can get through those tough times.
Karar verirsiniz, devam edersiniz.
I hope this weekend you take a little bit of time. I don't know about you, but I guess those of you that have children, they're at home, they're all safe, they're being taken care of. And now is the
Çocuklar
time
olanlar evdeler,
to sit and review
güvendeler.
your dreams, your goals. You have that incredible 100
Hayalleriniz,
pages book. Write
hedefleriniz.
some things down. Get some
Bir şeyler
pictures.
yazın,
Visualizing, because that's what's going to get you
resimler
over
alın.
challenges and through those tough times. I tell you what, when
Kendinizi
Nancy
canlandırın o zor zamanları
that is
geçmek
on
için.
my list. It has been for a while, and I shall be visualizing even harder right now because I think it's just incredible. So I remember growing up, my dad, he put the pictures on the fridge,
Bir
and I
tane
can remember him standing there,
hatırlıyorum.
and I didn't know
Buzdolabının üzerine bazı resimler koymuştu babam.
but he was
İşte
visualizing
farkında değildim.
himself in those pictures.
O zihninde canlandırıyordu o resimleri.
Visualizing the home that they wanted us to live in. Visualizing
İstediği
travel.
evi,
So whatever it is, get some pictures and visualize.
her neyse birkaç fotoğraf alıp
Visualize that race. They visualize
canlandırın zihninizde.
all sorts of things. Now,
Her
I've
şeyi
known Sean
barındırıyorsun.
and Miranda for a long time, and when I lived here, because I lived here from '98 to 2004, and we did some
Ben
horses
2000'a
together.
kadar burada yaşadım.
And I can remember show jumping, and you walk the course, and then you go away, and you have to visualize yourself riding around it, right, Miranda? Well, you taught me all about this. So, visualizing your goals and dreams is vitally important, because when you do that,
Hedeflerinizi ve hayallerinizi canlandırmak en önemli şey.
times.
Yaptığınızda
This
buna
weekend, you're here.
hafta sonu buradasınız.
This is a little bubble, right? We're in
Bu
this
küçük bir
bubble of amazingness. I don't know how awesomeness.
balon.
I don't know how else to say it, but it is
Harikalık.
incredible. And
Harika. Muhteşem.
Skip Ross has a saying. Dad's already
Tamam.
quoted one, but I'm going to give you another one. You are where you are right now because of the
Şu
decisions
an
you.
bulunduğunuz yerdesiniz.
So you are
Çünkü
here. This
bir
weekend
karar verdiniz.
you made a decision.
Bu hafta sonu buradasınız,
You
bir
are where
karar
you
verdiniz.
are in your business right now because of the decisions you've
İşinizin
made.
bulunduğu yerde de aynı şekilde kararınız yüzünden.
Because of the decisions you've made. You are where you are right now in your
Hayatta da
career
öyle.
because of the decisions you've made.
Kariyeriniz de öyle.
So this weekend, as you're
Bu
in this bubble, maybe this is the time to
buradaki
start
büyük
to think
baloncuğun
about
içinde
what decisions you need to go away and make following this weekend.
bu hafta sonu takip eder bir karar vereceksiniz.
One of the
Sonrası
decisions
için.
I highly recommend that you make is that you sit down with your upline and you
Üst
talk to
sıranızla
them
oturun,
about those
konuşun.
dreams and those goals that you want for the future. Work out a
Hayallerinizle,
plan of action.
hedeflerinizle
Because
ilgili
going forward, you're going to feel amazing coming out tomorrow. I think this is like
harika
this bubble
hissedeceksiniz
right
yarın.
here. And
Bu
this weekend
baloncuğun
you're
içinde.
being filled up. You're being filled up with all this sort of
Doldurulduğunuz bu
anti-tough times molecules. That's how it's like.
moleküllerle,
Everyone take a
anti
second. You ready?
zor zaman molekülleri.
Oh, just
Çekin içinize.
fill it up. Can you feel it? I
Sadece
wish
bir hissedin.
the atmosphere that you are in
O
right
atmosferi.
now. We cannot do this any other way, and
Şimdi
that's why
durdurabilirsiniz.
these face-to-face, these live
Başka türlü
meetings,
yapamazsınız.
like Alois
Yüz
was
yüze
talking
olmalı
about,
bu.
are
Buna
key.
ihtiyacımız var.
Because this feeling, it doesn't
Bu
happen
his
any other place. And so I
başka bir
want
yerde
you to
olmuyor.
keep that. Take it
Biz buna
home.
ihtiyacımız var.
Fill yourself
Alın,
up with
evinize
every
götürün.
single bit you can. Because the tough
Her
times is
noktasında hissedin.
I'm hoping tomorrow when you leave that you're
Yarın
going to
gittiğinizde
float out of here like a little
buradan
bubble
uçacaksınız.
floating out so full of and covered in this tough time shield, ready to face what's
Zor
ahead of
zaman
you. Because
kalkanıyla kaplı bir şekilde gideceksiniz.
when you go home tomorrow, life is
Eve
going to
gittiğinizde yarın.
arrive, right? I always
Hayat
think when I
gelecek.
come home from a weekend seminar, and I have lots of children, okay? So I
Çok
have
çocuğum var benim, tamam mı?
I have a 28-year-old, a 25-year-old, my husband
27,
has a
25,
20-year-old and an
20,
18-year-old, and we have a
18,
10-year-old and a 2.5-year-old together.
10 ve
So we go
2
from
ve
28 to
yarım,
2.5,
5,
okay?
6 aylık bir sürü
And
çocuğu varmış.
after every weekend, it's Neutralite and Health Point, by the way.
Mutlu ürünlerinden bahsediyor kullandığı.
I call Elliot, my little 2.5-year-old, he's my little Health Point baby. It's called you lose weight, you get healthy, and guess what happens? At my age, I
2
wasn't
yaşındaki
expecting it,
çocuğu
but there he was.
kilo verme programımızın arkasından olmuş.
And life is going to arrive.
Buradan gittiğinizde
Whenever I
hayat
used to
gelecek.
go home after a weekend seminar, I was met with a couple of questions because they're all boys.
Böyle karşılaşıyorum.
So, yeah, they're all boys.
Hepsi erkekmiş çocukların.
And the first thing I get when I open the door and I'm home is, "What's for dinner?"
Akşam yemeğinde ne var diyormuş.
Relate to that. Not, "Oh, Mum, it's so lovely to see you. Did you have a good time?" No, I'm really
Anne
hungry.
seni görmek güzel, iyi bir vakit geçirdin mi? Yok.
Here's the first question. Then, because usually
Sonra
it's a
akşam
Monday,
yemeği.
I appreciate many of you may not get back till Monday, but on a Sunday night, then the next question is, "Where's my school uniform?"
Nerede benim okul üniformam?
And most of
İkinci
the time
soru.
it comes out like that. Oh, okay. Anybody else got boys? Yeah, okay.
Başka oğulları olan var mı?
Very few words, quite a lot of
Çok
grunting.
az kelime.
So life is going to happen. And for some
Hayat
of
olacak.
us, life is tough, right? For some of
Hayat
us,
zor
challenges
bazılarımız için.
are tough. But you
Bazı
have to
zorluklarımız
this feeling that we're creating this weekend. You
bu
have
hafta
to
sonu
build up that tough time.
oluşturduğumuz
You have to come out of
hisleri
here ready
yanımıza
for
götürmek.
anything so that it
O
just bounces off of you.
kalkanı etrafımıza ve her şey hazır bir şekilde.
Otherwise, it is going to burst your bubble.
Aksi takdirde balonunuzu patlatacaklar. Bu olacak. Tıs gitti.
Till you're just this sort of soggy mess on the floor, right?
Yerdeki
Thing is, how do you
berbat bir şey
stop
olarak
it
kalacak.
bursting your bubble? We have the most
Nasıl
incredible
durduracaksın patlamasını?
One Mobile is just unbelievable.
N21'in mobil uygulaması harika.
Find the audios that are going to maintain this feeling for you going forward from Sunday night. What are you going to listen to?
Sesli dosyalarımız var. Onlardan hangilerini size yardımcı olacağını, bu
Music is going to fire you up.
balonu
Think about those
etrafında
athletes
tutacak
when
bir
they're,
şey.
you know, at the
Bunlara devam edelim.
Olympics and they're listening to their national anthem and they're so proud and they're so
Dinleyin
inspired.
onları.
What gets you feeling like
Gurur
that?
duyun.
What is going to maintain this feeling right now? Because you've got to
Şu
maintain this
anki hissinizi devam ettirmek için hangisi iyi geliyorsa.
bubble bursts,
Balon patlarsa
you mess on the floor. So
yerdeki
it
bir
is
şey
up
yok.
to you to make a decision.
Bu
Up to
size
you to
bağlı.
make a decision this
O
weekend.
kararı vermek.
What
Bu
are you
hafta
going to
sonu.
take away from it? Are you going to set a counseling time with your upline? Are you going to set some
Üst
goals?
sıranızda bir danışmanlık mı ayarlayacaksınız?
Connected to the N21
Hedef
mobile?
mi
Work out which audios you're going to listen to.
koyacaksınız?
Are you going to decide which books you're going to go
Hangi
for?
sesli dosyaları dinleyeceksiniz?
You have got to make the decision.
Kararı siz vereceksiniz.
Maintain that tough times shield.
O etrafınızdaki kalkanı tutabilmek için.
My goodness.
Sonraki hafta sonundan bahsediyor.
Ray and Carla Keller.
Keller'lar.
Legends. You cannot miss that.
Efsane. Kaçıramazsın.
They're going to be amazing.
Kesinlikle.
And what would be even better if you brought a couple of people or more than with you,
Kaç
right?
kişiyi daha getirirsen en iyisi o olur.
Experiencing now. How do you go home and tell somebody the feeling you've got right now? You
Şu
can't.
anki hissinizi nasıl anlatırsınız bir başkasına gittikten sonra? Yapamazsınız. Onlar kendileri yaşamalı. Gösterin.
This thing is so much bigger than you will ever know. And to be able
Sizin
to
bilip bilebileceğinizden çok daha büyük bir şey.
forward, to be able to create a legacy is just an
Bir miras oluşturabilirsiniz. İnanılmaz bir şey bu.
So in the words of Ray Keller, and I hope you're ready for them in July, because I'm excited. Are you excited?
Keller'lar için çok
I'm
heyecanlıymış.
excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. Are you excited? Thank you very much, Southern Africa. See you soon. Woo. Oh, I'll leave that there.
Sonra görüşürüz dedi.
Welcome.
Thank you, Trevor and Kate. Wow. It's amazing how the personality types start to come out. You can tell that recognitions who's a choleric. They're the ones that try and grab the microphone. And you can tell who the speakers are, if the speakers are sanguine, because they can't stay in one spot. They move up and down. It is a bit like a catwalk. So we've had some of the draws happen. So if you haven't done your little social media posting or purchased your ticket, you can still do so. There'll be more draws as the weekend goes. But we have a draw for this morning's session. And we have some winners. So a little bit of Christmas time before you wrap up. So the first thing I'm going to call out is the winner of the free weekend seminar ticket. Now, remember that happens, and there'll be further draws along the weekend, is if you purchase your ticket for July, your name goes into an electronic draw, and we have a winner. And the winner is Audrey von Willich. ABO number 2553433. So, well done, Audrey. Audrey, you can just go to any one of the two domes at the back there. And just before we bring up our last speaker for the morning session, we have 3 winners. So there were 3 draws for the social media posting. So I've got some, like I said, it's Christmas time. We have some prizes here. They're going to come up and collect these. The first one is Similane Mtembeni. Similane Mtembeni, come on up. Come and collect your prize. And while he's making his way up, we have another winner. There's 3, Cabello Mere. Cabello. Come on up. Right here. Congratulations. There we go.
Enerji
Look,
ne
Cabello,
güzel
here
fotoğraflar
he comes over
çektirmişler.
there. And the third winner is Wilner Snyman. Wilner Snyman. Congrats, Cabello. Well done. Wilner Snyman. Here we go. Well done. Okay. Which brings us to our final speaker for the morning session. So our next speaker is a Founders Crown Ambassador. If you're brand new, get someone who knows to draw that out because it's very difficult to explain from stage. It's really an incredible business. He was an engineer by background. His wife was a product manager, and when they saw the business in Australia, they had really humble backgrounds, and I guess nobody really betted on them being successful because what subsequently happened is that all of their upline just kind of quit. Now, would you quit if you had someone who you knew was going to be very successful in your team? Probably not. And despite that, they made a promise to themselves that they would succeed. And Mitch and Dedri Sala are known all around the world. They've built leadership into every single market around the world virtually. And he's going to close up for the morning for us. So please help me welcome up Founders Crown Ambassador from Australia, Mitch Sala.
Come on, after sitting for so long, you could stand and clap a bit longer, get your wedgie out of you, right? So anyway, yes, why not? What an unbelievable morning you've had. Thank you. It's the least you could do. I used to think when you come to these functions and people clap so much, I think, what's the big deal? And then after you've done some things, you think, man, it's the least you could do. You know, like, and it is. And look forward to having you guys up on stage. What an unbelievable morning. And, you know, I'm going through my notes and feel like tearing things up because everything seems superfluous at this point. I noticed a few people chuckled at the beginning of those slides, those early photos of us. So just to make sure you're not without future entertainment. Oh, this is, okay, this is a different one than I thought, but that's all right. I'll go back and show you my Africa connection, all right? This is my dad, who was Italian, and he was in the army there. That's their wedding photo. I wasn't supposed to have these, but it's a bonus. That was actually Chobe. And this is back in Africa. I'm the little one in the family, 3 kids, and I was the youngest. Anybody else the youngest in your family? Yeah, you were a mistake. So was I. That's the house we lived in. I'm going shooting with my mum. I loved shooting things. Shot lots of things. But here we are at high school, okay? And there I am, because people come to these functions, they think you were born into this business, and everything was, these people were made for Amway. Like, you know, God anointed these Amway people, and that was it. Anyway, there I am with a brown cardigan, pink stretch pants. Was that in fashion in Australia? No, never, all right? That's when Deirdre met me at university and fell in love instantly, couldn't keep her hands off me. That was Deirdre that I met, that's, you know, 46 years ago. And as I say, you know, she just fell in love immediately. What else is there to say? This is at university. We were living in a 10-bedroom house with 12 people. Great association. Obviously studying very, very hard in that photo. So what's the point? Okay, there's been a couple of great moments in my life, been lots of great moments, but the first one was getting shown this plan, which was so random. And I don't know how you got shown the plan, but I was working in an engineering office, which is weird. Like, you know, we just got a whole bunch of engineers. It just looks like one big constipated mess. But all these engineers there and one metallurgist, and the metallurgist, I'm sitting at my desk and the metallurgist came up and started mumbling something at me, and I'm like, what? He's mumbling, what? Some of you have money, what? And I said, it's not that shonky Amway, is it? So shonky in Australia means, you know, shady, whatever. And he said, no, it's not shonky. I went home, said to Deirdre, we got invited to Warren's house to have a look at something. She said, oh, it's probably Amway. And I said, no, he said it wasn't. So you can imagine when we got shown the plan, it wasn't a good response at the end, okay? Deirdre was hostile, I was negative. It was really, really weird. But we got invited eventually to a weekend seminar like this. And it made all the difference in our life. I mean, 2 great moments. So you are here, and it's your choice to make this a defining moment or not. And our first one was not a defining moment. Our first weekend I went there, like, you know, engineers are trained to look for problems, which is a good thing because when bridges fall down and buildings fall down, that's not a popular thing. So I came looking for the problems, you know, in this seminar, and I sat there the whole time. You know, I think I cut off my circulation completely, my brain stopped. But it kept me in, I guess, because I looked around and thought, man, there's a lot of people here that either I've missed the point, but there's something in this that I haven't seen, right? My second one that we came to, I came actually looking. But the point is to create something out of it, a defining moment for yourself. Create a life by design. You've already heard that this weekend. A life with better decisions, a life with fewer regrets. Okay, who doesn't want that? And you are in the right place for that. But it's via the right mindset. And we all come into this with an outdated mindset. And all of us here, sitting here with an outdated mindset, you know, you've got outdated things going on in your head by some relative, some school teacher, some moron that told you something growing up that you've kept in your head. And it's living there rent-free in your head and stopping you getting ahead. And coming into this weekend with the right mindset and being able to change our mindset was the whole point and made all the difference to us, right? So why are you here? Knowing something is not the same as doing something. Okay, that's profound, isn't it? However, that was our first weekend. Our second weekend, which is not the same as wanting to do something. I came into our second weekend wanting to do this. Because by then, looking at the alternative, and I don't know if you've experienced this, but you were probably going along in life, you know, reasonably okay, and then you got shown this business, you come to a couple of meetings, you get a glimpse of what could be, and then all of a sudden your okay life starts to really look horrible, right? And that's the point I was at the second weekend, was now I had to get away from our life, all right? And I wanted to do something. So this is my traditional career for the 6 melancholies in the room and engineers who like graphs and things. This fires me up. So here we are, dollars and years, and going to university. I spent 4 years at university to become an engineer. And it costs money to educate yourself, right? And then came out, got a job as an engineer, obviously, with income X. And then this is the progression. Now, I'm not stupid, and I sat there in the first couple of years thinking, I wonder where this is going. My boss, his boss, his boss. And, you know, I started to see that trend. I mean, you don't show up at work and suddenly your income doubles, does it? I mean, that's very unlikely, right? So you are here now. You came into this room somehow, and sometimes you feel like maybe your life's been flatlining a bit. You just came in, and here you are, just okay, you're on a trend. Some of you are rocketing up. You're in a great space. Really good things are happening in your life. Some of you, you've come in at a bad time. Things aren't going all that well. But you're here. All right, that's the point. And here's the point I heard from Nancy many, many years ago, but your past is not your future, which is very valuable for us, sitting there in our second weekend where after 17 months in the business, we had 16 months at 3%, 1 month at 6%. Okay, so our past wasn't our future. Hallelujah, praise God, all right? And here you are, and I'm so old that I actually got to see Jim Rohn live. Okay, if you've ever heard of Ed, I mean, really like the founder of sort of personal development. And Deidre and I were in the front row of a very, very small meeting, like, gosh, 50 plus people or so in Sydney. And one of the best things my sponsor ever did was drag us to that. There wasn't any Network 21 or any other functions. And the quote that stuck in my head is that you can't change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction. And here you are today, and you can change your direction coming out of here. And it can be that instantaneous as a mindset. It's entirely up to you. Now, we don't grow up thinking that. You grow up with a real fixed mindset and well, my life is what it is. And to show you how weird and how strange my mindset was, which probably explains how can you stay at 3% for 16 months when you're actually working? We were working the business. How weird is that? Well, to give you an indication where my headspace was at, my first job appraisal, I sat there with my boss and my boss said, where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years' time? And I'm thinking to myself, what an idiot. You know, like, that's in his hands, right? So I said, well, I don't know, isn't that up to you? You know, like, I literally was just plodding along and thinking that my life is out of control and it's something that someone else is going to dictate for me. So, I mean, I doubt that there's not a few of you that are like that. I doubt that you can't think beyond that at the moment, but that's the point. But if nothing changes, nothing changes. All right, I write that on my book all the time because I like to remind myself, what am I going to change today that's going to make a difference? If nothing changes, nothing changes. If nothing changes, nothing changes. You get it? So whatever's happened in the past you don't like, good, you can change that. So you're here and you want to go to B. All right, let's say you're A, you want to go to B. This is not too complicated. You want different results than you have right now. Otherwise, why would you be here? All right? And how many of you do not want different results? You'd be really, really happy if everything was just the same in 2 years' time or 5 years' time. Yeah. Well, no one. Fairly average response for a room of this size. So you came in here to get different results. Okay? So how do you get different results? Where do results come from? Results come from your actions. All right? Simple as that. And if you look at how you got to where you are now, there are actions that you've taken that got you to where you are. And HealthPoint is a classic example of that. People can come in to this business, start a HealthPoint program, actually without even a goal, without even much discipline, but follow some simple actions and get a result, all right? Way better if you do it better than that, but you'll always get a result. Your actions will create your result. So where do your actions come from? Your thinking. And that's what this whole weekend is all about. You've heard it many, many times today, but I mean, I just like to compartmentalize things and figure out, okay, what am I here for? What am I trying to do? What am I trying to sort out in my head? Marcel Proust, all right? The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. It's how you see things differently. This guy's so brilliant, he must have been an Australian, I'm sure he was. So it's how you see things. So, our second weekend, here we are, 17 months in the business, hit one spasm last month, 6%. Prior to that, 3% every month. Here we are. 2.5 months later, we were 21%. What happened? Amway didn't change, the product range didn't change, our upline certainly didn't change. Nothing else changed except our perspective. We connected this business to what we wanted. We went, this is it. And from that point onwards, from 17 months onwards, we've never, ever, ever had a single day in our life not connecting this business to what we want. It was the solution to everything we've ever wanted. It just took that time to understand it, and it took a weekend seminar to actually get that in our heads, right? So, you know, at the moment, if you don't feel any different right now, you probably feel hungry at this stage of the day. I went to an Amway meeting once, there was a Crown Ambassador speaking, and Amway brought this Crown Ambassador in. It was just before lunch like this, and the Crown Ambassador was, "Are you hungry?" Everyone's, "Yes." "Are you hungry for success?" And everybody's, "Yes." Kind of, other things too. And every 2 minutes it was like, "Are you hungry? Hungry for success?" And I thought, wow, I'm overcomplicating this business. Yeah, he said that about 40 times in 40 minutes. Anyway, what does that have to do with anything? Not a lot. Okay, mindset. Mindset. It's easier to succeed than to fail. I've found almost everything worthwhile is counterintuitive. It is easier to succeed than to fail. And you think, oh, success isn't easy. Don't hold on to that mindset. That is a really, really poor mindset. Failure is difficult. Failure is hard. Poor decisions in your life is hard. Regrets is hard. Failing, having to fix things after you have failed. Have you ever heard of prepare or repair? I seem to spend 90% of my life either repairing other people's problems or my problems if I hadn't prepared properly, right? But success is easier than failure any day of the week. And if you don't think that clearly in your head now, you're going to way overcomplicate this and just make things more difficult than they actually need to be. So I'm just going to go through some points really, really quickly because pretty much everyone's covered some great things. But take the long view. Very counterintuitive. Everybody in South Africa, is it like this? Everybody wants to 10x everything. I'm going to 10x that. You show the plan to someone, it's like, yeah, well, okay, how much money can you make? Yeah, I want to 10x that. And why, really? Oh, and what are the hacks for this thing? What are the shortcuts? This is the shortcut, man. But take the long view on everything. You know, when I was in Zambia, I was born in Zambia, if I missed that part in the beginning. But when I was 10 years old, I got meningitis. It was pretty serious. I was in hospital for quite a while, came out, whether it's good medical advice or not, I was told not to do any sport, okay, for years, which really was an unpopular thing at school. And so after that, I guess, you know, what you can't do, you get a passion for, and I just have always enjoyed exercise, always tried to stay healthy, always tried to stay fit one way or another, okay? Certainly haven't broken any records, but I've tried to do some stuff, okay? And a few years ago, so I've had a good mindset about exercise, but a few years ago, I was listening to a guy who's a longevity expert, and just one sentence, that's why you can't afford to miss anything in a weekend, all right? One sentence he said was, training to be 100. And he just cast this picture of, imagine you're 100 years old and you're competing in a whatever they call them, centennials? Anyway, 100-year-old guys. You're competing in an Olympics with just 100 years old people, right? How are you going to go? And that, well, was an interesting thought, but the point being, it changed the way I viewed exercise completely. And so often we've got such a short-term picture of everything. I'm going to sign up for the gym, I'm going to give it a go, you know, or even Health Point. Health Point's not a 6-week program. Health Point is a catalyst for your long-term health, all right? If you have a mindset of it's a 6-week program, it's not going to do too well. And everybody has a mindset, whether it's even in marriage or their health, is taking a shortcut, having a go at something. I can bail out if I want to. Is that just an Australian thing, or is that a thing, all right? But everybody wants to have a go at something and then bail out. Take a long view. Man, the long view is amazing, all right? We've been diamonds for 32 years. We've been married for 43 years. Wow, wasn't Deidre wise? People tend to overestimate what can be done in 1 year and underestimate what can be done in 5 to 10 years. Okay, you know that, but live that, eat that, sleep and breathe that, and I want to show you a couple of examples. So, here we are. What do you want? 10-year timeline, you know, you'll hear about this, but here's the point. 10 years is going to come and go, God willing, all right? And everything is like a little piece of the jigsaw puzzle. What is your life going to look like in 2033? It's only 120 months away. I'm not going to spend much time on this, but you're away from all the noise in your life here this weekend. If you're not going to think about this stuff now, what do you want in 10 years' time? What does it look like? I struggled with that, but what I didn't want was clear as anything. I didn't want bad health. I didn't want bad finances. I didn't want bad relationships. All right, I grew up in a highly dysfunctional family, horrible relationships, and I wanted our kids and us to grow up in a better environment than that. I certainly didn't want lack of money, and I certainly didn't want bad health. My father died very young. I watched him in bed for 2.5 years. He died when he was 32 kilos when he died. I have a very clear picture in my head of, hey, maybe it's a good idea to stay healthy, you know? So, and as human beings, we got something unique. We have imagination. And what are you imagining in 10 years' time? Now, imagination has good and bad parts to it. We have the ability to imagine. And you can imagine great things and expand your thinking, or you can imagine things that are not even true. Fears, doubts, you know, procrastination, all those things. Be aware of it, you have imagination. Animals don't have imagination, they have instinct, all right? That's why your dog humps your leg half the time. It's just an instinct, it's not imagining anything, as far as I'm aware. Okay, African dogs too, eh? Clarity. Clarity is easier than no clarity. It really is. Just get that mindset. I need clarity. I want clarity. On my tombstone is going to be, he sought clarity his whole life. You know, it's just like every time I talk to someone, it's like, are you clear on what you want? Because, man, it's such a blessing to have some clarity. Lack of clarity gives you lack of action, all right? Ever been to a doctor and a doctor has said, well, you need to exercise more and lose weight, says the overweight doctor, okay? No offense to any doctors here, but, you know, if it fits. And you walk away, so people walk out of there, oh, exercise more and you know, eat better. What does that mean? There's no clarity, and there's millions of studies on health about that. But clarity, I mean, when we were going to university, which was in Brisbane in Australia, from the residential college we lived to the closest pub, there was a lot of S-Bends. We all rode motorbikes, and that was our absolute obsession, and occasionally we did some engineering stuff, but we were just obsessed with motorbikes. And so we'd go to the pub, you know, every single night. We were consistent. And on the way back, we rode a lot faster than we did going there. Interesting. And one night, and there's always an accident on the way back. There's a group of us, and someone would always have an accident. And one night, and I remember the corner, I could take you to the corner right now, but we're all screaming around this corner, and one of the bikes slides under this car and catches fire, right? So we pull over, and now most of us were engineers, right? So we stand in there looking at this fire, And it was John. John was the guy that slid under the car. And we're thinking, well, temperature, I mean, how long have we got before the car explodes as well? And what sort of distance should we be from this impending danger? Right? So that's what we're processing. And Deirdre, who was on the back of my bike, jumps off and pulls over a bus and jumps into the bus and gets the fire extinguisher. We're all standing there watching. And at that point, you know, I mean, we were together. Now, you think, well, that'd be a good time to think, that's the woman I want to marry, right? I was actually thinking, I've got to look for somebody else. I mean, she's going to make me look bad, you know, which is actually fairly accurate. She has made me look bad all the time. But there was 2 points. Clarity. With clarity comes sense of urgency. When you have clarity, you have urgency. Always. When you have clarity, you have urgency. But you also need information. She knew the fire extinguisher was on the bus because her father had a bus company, okay? So unfair information. But you are here and you're getting information all weekend. With clarity comes sense of urgency. That's a great title for an audio, that. Okay, so there's clarity. The economy. The economy's in the toilet. Have you noticed? That's all over the world. But what about your economy? You can't control the economy. You can control your economy, and that's what you're here for. And I guess that's why you came. So what's the solution? Okay, let me just, you've been sitting for a while. Let me just try something here. Everybody who's less than 21%, please stand. Okay? Everyone who's less than 21%. If you don't know what that means, that's you. Okay? What does that mean? No, that's you. Just stand, okay? So stay standing. That's totally awesome. I'm so excited for you about the journey that you are about to be on. Well done. Yeah, stay standing. Stay standing, suck it up. Probably the last time you're going to get a clap for doing nothing. But just stay standing. Now, if you've been in the business for more than 12 months, stay standing. So if you've been in for less than 12 months, please sit. And congratulations, by the way, if you knew. Okay, so you've been in for more than 12 months, you're not 21%. Firstly, massive congratulations, you stuck with it, okay? So did we. Pays big, big dividends, man. There's such a weak world out there where people don't stick with anything. Well done, all right? Now, stay standing if for the last 12 months, so from March last year, April, every single month for the last 12 months, you've done at least a pace setter. A pace setter or more for 12 months, every single month, stay standing, please. Every single month, so February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, okay. If you've done pace setter every single month for 12 months, every single month for 12 months, every single month for 12 months. Okay, there's a couple of people standing, which could be my accent, but if you have actually done that, occasionally that can happen. But you saw a lot of people sit down. What does that mean? You know, what it meant to me was 99.9% predictable. If I did pace setter for 12 months, I'll be 21%. Do you understand that? It's that simple. It's that simple. It's that simple. And we tend to overcomplicate everything. 12 months at pace setter, 21%. So pace setter, as you know by now, is 100 points, CP, 2 front line. That's basically what it looks like. And 21%, doing that for 12 months will bring in another 25,000 Rand a month into your household. Okay, if you did that actually for 2 years, you'd be a Ruby. And you get 75,000 coming into your household after 2 years of doing something very, very simple. What's not simple is the consistency, because we're human beings. That's why the system is so powerful. We'll talk a bit about that. Now, just for one other thing to play with your mind a little bit, hopefully you've concluded pace setter's not that complicated. So just go with me for a while. You could do pace setter for 2 years, okay? Is it impossible or just difficult? It's not impossible, right? Does anybody actually think that's impossible? What you did for 1 month, you couldn't, it's physically impossible to, okay, you could. Now imagine if you did that for 2 years and you had 3 people, one in each team, you had 3 different teams, just 3 people, one, that did pace setter for 2 years. So you did pace setter for 2 years and they did pace setter for 2 years. That's 4 of you, including you, okay, doing pace setter. You would be a founder's emerald with 3 ruby legs and Ruby side volume with 4 people doing Pacesetter every month for 2 years. What's the point? That's way over 150,000 Rand a month, not even counting annual bonuses. I don't know, I mean, stuff like that, I just need to simplify things sometimes because it's so easy for me to overcomplicate this in my head. And it's that simple. That's, yeah, if you happen to be in this room and you want the money, just a thought, okay. So your reality, you make money, but a whole lot of that money goes somewhere, all right? You've got time, but a lot of your time goes somewhere. So you've got this little bit of leftovers. And that's what I hated about our existing life before we built this business. We were like living on leftovers. And, oh, thank you, thank you. I got a little bit of time, got a little bit of money. Oh, yoo-hoo, so exciting. Okay? What's the best use of this incremental time and incremental money? What is the best use of that to get dramatic results? Because the problem is sometimes we sit here and we go, yeah, I think I'll do Amway. You're like comparing it to your job. Yeah, I think I'd like to be a diamond. Why not? And you compare it to your job and the effort you put in your job and the time you put in the job. Here's what's unique about this business. You do it in that incremental time if you do it effectively, and that's why we have a system which you'll hear about all weekend. But the point being, we went diamond part-time with a very chaotic life, small children, no money, nothing, with that little incremental time. What could you do? So let's just show us the graph. So here we are back in our traditional employment. When I left work, my income dropped to 0. Can you believe that? They stopped paying me. What kind of system is that? Then we started our Amway business. That's our 17 months. We weren't making money, so it was costing us money to be involved in the business. Boom, our second weekend, we went 21%. Boom, straight away, enough to replace Deidre's income 2.5 months after that weekend. And then I'll just go through this quickly. We went Emerald after 7 years, a bit of a hiatus there while we enjoyed Deidre being home and life. And then we went Diamond the next year, so that's now 8 years. We continued, we went Crown Ambassador. So that's the comparison, 14 years, like Crown Ambassador, a couple 200x versus 4x, okay? And so often I get the question, yeah, but Mitch, do you miss engineering? No, I don't, okay? What is the point? The point is, understand the scalability of this business, understand the duplication of this business. What on earth could you do with your little bit of time and a little bit of money that's going to get a better result? There's no way, but you actually have to work it. We worked it consistently that whole time. We kept sponsoring people that whole time, okay? So it's not this magic potion, you just rock up at a meeting and you just suddenly make money. Okay, so what's the goal? Your goal is to make more money, right? I assume. But also, it'd be a great idea to have an ongoing income stream that equals your expenses, a la Mr. Kiyosaki, who says at that point you're financially independent. Makes sense, okay? And the goal is to cut back in your time. So you're making more money, you're also making some ongoing money, and you've cut back on your time. Absolutely, that's what the business offers. Big time, okay? When we went Diamond, I could scale back, 50 hours a week I was putting in my job. And now we had small kids, and I could play the kids, do stuff, but continue to build our business part-time. And what a great thing. And people ask me all the time, why are you still fired up about the business? Why do you still involve people in the business? Yes, we show the plan. Yes, we involve people in the business. Yes, we keep doing the business. Our mission became, give children their parents back. If I had to define our mission, because all I see is busy adults with their children. And their children, what do your kids want if you could interview them? They want you. And it doesn't matter if your kid is 30 years old. They want you. They want you with less stress and more to fly through this stuff, but you need personal growth, okay? Personal growth is not a matter of learning new information, but of unlearning old limits. That's why my mindset is, okay, I've got these limits, and I've got to think about it, I've got to get rid of these limits in my head. And I'm going to touch on some of these things tomorrow because otherwise I'll run out of time. But here you are. There's where you got to go. You need business growth, obviously, to get to that end goal with income. But you need personal growth. You need to be deliberate about both. And that's why I love the audios so much. The audios will teach you about personal growth, teach you about every aspect of your life, and will certainly teach you the business skills that you need. All right? Okay. So there's your head. A whole bunch of stuff going on in your head, but what changes your thinking? Association. We associate with winners. We associate with absolute winners that are prepared to get into a room like this, pay the price of their time and their money to be here. What a privilege to hang out with a bunch of winners. The association is everything. Mentoring, you've got mentoring. People pay a fortune for mentoring out there in the so-called real world. You've got a mentor basically for free in this business. It's insane. They are sold out to your success. The only way they succeed is after you succeed. Have you ever thought about that? Wow, what a powerful system. Books, obviously, you've heard about books on stage, but I mean, books will definitely change your life. Conferences, don't miss a single sentence. Don't miss a single sentence at a conference. Don't leave the room, even for a toilet emergency, stay here, all right? Make it work, figure it out. Because one sentence can change your life. And I could quote, a dozen sentences, but in one conference we heard Nancy talking about, and she only told the story once. I've never heard her tell it. I've heard Nancy speak 100 times. And she talked about her father who died prematurely, and she talked about look at life through your children's eyes. As a child, she looked at the time that was stolen from her, and I just look at life through your children's eyes. I wrote that down, and from that day onwards, we've looked at our life through our children's eyes and just gone, okay, wow, and if every parent could just be educated that way. The audios, in my opinion, the most powerful part of this business is the audios because it's instant, there's no limit, and it's over and over and over again. And it'll shut down the noise in your head. It'll shut down your negative self-talk. I've got negative self-talk going all the time, just like you do. Less than I used to have. But even when I put on my own audio, I go, wow, okay, that's a good point. Yeah, that's great. Okay. My audios are better than me. My audios are not negative. The Network 21 doesn't put those ones out, okay? But the most powerful, and my humble opinion, if you left here without an audio listening habit, your chance of success is absolutely minuscule, if not zero. I'm sorry, that's been my experience, okay? You just, to control your own thinking, never mind everything else. Okay. All right, I'm going to skip over some of the stuff and talk about it tomorrow. Focus, all right, talk about that. It's easier to have focus than not have focus. Maybe I'll talk about this tomorrow. You can do anything you want, you just can't do everything. You're going to have to simplify your life. Does that make sense? You can't throw this business on top of everything else and go, woohoo, all the way to the bank, man, going to make heaps of money. So I'll talk about that a bit more probably tomorrow or whenever they next let me on stage. Accountability. Everything's counterintuitive. Accountability is like this negative word. Are you kidding me? Accountability is a wonderful thing. An obligation or willingness to accept responsibility or account for one's actions. Why is accountability so great? Because all of us have had good intentions, and then we just and you look back, oh yeah, I remember I had that thought in my head or that opportunity. Drifting is a slow, insipid, lethal thief. It's going to steal your dreams, steal everything. How do you counter that? With accountability. What sort of accountability? Accountability to yourself, accountability with a partner. Do you and I work together just on what are we trying to do here? And let's stay on track. A weekly accountability was our rhythm. Okay, I highly recommend that. After 1 week, you can course correct. Longer than that, pretty tough. That's what the journey looks like. It's not a straight line from A to B. Whatever your B is, 21% by July, that could be your B. Very realistic. Okay, you're looking at someone with no confidence, bad track record, and we did it in half that time. You can do that. You've got 20 weeks between now and then. It's up to you. But the point is, whatever the line is, it's not going to be straight. It's going to be up and down and up and down, up and down. And the important thing is that it doesn't become this, okay? That you just quit. And you'll meet people all the time. Oh, yeah, I tried Amway. It didn't quite work for me. Yeah. You were absolutely on track, you moron. However, so here's accountability, how accountability works. Accountability at that point says, hey, look, things are going pretty good, but you'll have a coach who'll say, you know, we've got to pay attention to a couple of things here, and okay, accountability there is really important. Okay, we've got a bit of a downer, but we're on the right track. Don't worry, don't panic, keep doing what you're doing. Show the plan, okay? Accountability at that point. And literally, you break it down that way, and accountability will help you stay on track. All right, I'll definitely fly through this stuff now. Discipline, oh man, I love this. Well, this is so counterintuitive. Discipline equals freedom. So counterintuitive. But financial discipline gives you financial freedom. Health discipline gives you health freedom. Freedom of illness, freedom. you know, it's such a powerful, the discipline with relationships gives you some relational goals, freedom, right? And yet, why is it, there's negative words, certainly in a crazy world. But keep going, absolutely keep going. And I just want to leave you with a couple of, you've had enough keep going stories. This is a Network 20 weekend conference in Mumbai a few years ago. Biggest stadium in Mumbai, 40,000 people. And the story I heard, whether it's true or not, it excited me anyway, is that was the biggest conference ever held in that stadium. The second biggest was when Michael Jackson was there. Okay, and that's amazing. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, get some vision. You know, Africa hasn't even started, man. This is a baby business, all right? Let me just, this is also a very old video. Just show you this for a minute or so that you can get a bit of vision in your head. I mean, whatever it does for your head, helps my head. This is an Indonesian weekend. Wow. My opinion, there's a lot more of that to come, okay? The question is whether you're part of it or not. And the question is getting the limitations off your mind. That was your mindset, absolutely my situation. I'll leave you with this final picture. I have very few heroes outside of the Amway business, that's for sure. There's a lot of people who sound good, look good, whatever, they don't do what they do. This guy was born in Brisbane in Australia with no arms, no legs, okay? He's got an organisation called No Limbs. Sorry, I've forgotten that for a minute. But anyway, you can search him on YouTube. Here's the point. He's been over 50 countries around the world, spoken to millions of people, millions of people. And the message I get out of him, whenever I'm feeling a little bit down, I don't mind listening to him, because the message you get from him is focus on what you have, not what you don't have. How much time we waste on what we don't have. All he has is a little foot. No arms, no legs, one little foot, okay? And that's what he has, and he's achieved remarkable things. What could you do? What could you do? Do it.
I'll put it down there. You want to take that as well? Thank you. Thank you, Mitch. I think if we can just really appreciate all of our speakers today, give them a proper round of applause to round up the evening. What a lineup. I've never seen that amount of strong leadership in one seminar. Just incredible. Thanks to Network 21 as well. That concludes our session for the morning and early afternoon. So for those of us online, if you're streaming online, we're going to cross over now to Imran. Don't miss that. For those of us in the room, that concludes the session. And then, of course, the doors, or the session opens at 4 again. But, of course, for those of us who are live here at 3 o'clock in this room, there's the Q&A session with Martin Hutchins and Aloha Sucha. Really something not to be missed. But that's only for those of us in the room. And, of course, those of you who are streaming live, you're going to cross over now to Imran. Thank you very much, and travel safely. We'll see you later.
I mean, unbelievable. Just that wrap up, that vision of course, think about it for a second. What Mitch shared with us is that we just barely got started again. Coming out of the pandemic, and of course, 36 countries around the world right now. Network 21, for the first time in Network 21's history, broadcasting live stream to 36 countries around the world. Thousands of people right now have been watching this morning's session. And especially warm welcome to the Ukrainians and the Turkish people. We know the challenges you're undergoing right now, and yet you guys have tuned in. Because again, like Mitch shared, and now you're focusing on what you have and not what you don't have. And that's incredible. Now we've just got a few moments left, and we're actually going to use this time to maybe connect with a couple of key leaders here, because you guys know by now, this is an epic weekend seminar. In Southern Africa, our first really big weekend conference after the pandemic, an epic one. Global leaders from all around the world are here, and we're streaming to 36 countries around the world. So we're going to find Founders Crown Ambassador Deirdre Sala. Let's go with me, and we're going to chat to her, and then of course Nancy Dornan. So stay tuned with us. Don't log off yet. Have a listen. So here we go, of course. We've just heard from Mitch. And of course, Mitch and Deirdre, legends, living legends in this business. Mitch and Deirdre Sala change the world everywhere they go. So let's start with Founders Crown Ambassador Deirdre Sala. And we're going to give her the mic. And we're going to say to her, take as much time as she wants, because we're done with 36 countries. This is incredible. And to share with us from her perspective.
Hi guys, it's absolutely fabulous to be here in Johannesburg, and you have a taste of that wherever you are in whatever country you're in at the moment, and it's so exciting. And but this is all very exciting for you as you watch, but what's more important is what can you do to change your future, and you can be on a stage somewhere else in the world. It may not be in Johannesburg, but where would you like to be? We'd love to see you in Australia. Put that on your list. We'd love to see you in Australia. But hey, wherever, we would hear from you on the audios. And that's really important, because wherever anybody is in the world of Network 21, they can listen to your story if you make things happen. And you know what's great? That's totally up to you. If you want to be on an audio somewhere in the world with somebody listening, or you want to be on a stage somewhere with someone watching. So exciting. And I'm going to pass you on back to Imran.
And of course, Deirdre Sala, I tell you, incredible. And now here, of course, when you think about, you watch that video that Mitch played, and you saw Jim and Nancy. And of course, we know that we're so grateful that Nancy Dornan Burnfield is with us here in person here in Southern Africa. The entire world of Network 21, not thousands of lives, millions of lives, and that's not an exaggeration by any stretch of the imagination, have been impacted inside this business. What about the ripple effect of the outside because of Nancy and Jim and what they've done around the world? So, folks, we are incredibly grateful, and you guys are so privileged today. 36 countries around the world listening to Nancy Dornan Burnfield. I'm going to hand the microphone to her, the mother of Network 21, founder of Network 21. Absolutely amazing, Nancy.
Oh, thank you, Imran. Oh, I wish we could see you face to face. I'm so glad you're taking part. It wasn't available before. When I think of how small our business was and how small our vision was, but we surrounded ourselves with people doing something the same as you, and who knows where you can be. When you saw that video of Indonesia, it just brought so many emotions because of the thousands of lives affected. And that's what you want to do.
Bir sürü duygu
We're the
getirdi.
end of the tape. We're still involved, but you will make such
Hala
a
buradayız.
difference. We're so glad you're here.
Çok büyük
36
bir
countries. I mean, that's,
fark
who could
yaratabilirsiniz.
imagine? And it has been a
Kim
phenomenal
tahmin
weekend.
edebilirdi?
South Africa is fabulous. You need to
56
come here.
ülke.
But we want to see you. And Deidre said,
Sizi
come
görmek
to
isteriz.
Australia, come to America. We can hardly wait. We believe in you. It doesn't matter what other people believe. It matters what you
Size
believe.
inanıyoruz.
You decide.
Başkaları neye inanıyor önemli değil.
And we
Biz
can
size
learn.
inanıyoruz.
And there's
Siz ne
plenty of
düşünüyorsunuz?
mentors,
Siz
and there's
inanıyor musunuz?
the audios and everything. Saturate yourself and then believe that it can happen and it can change. We look forward to seeing you in person.
Bol bol dosya,
We're
ses
thrilled
dosyaları
you're there
dinleyin
online.
ve
We felt your
inanın.
presence. So have a fabulous day and go find some great
Harika bir
people. Thank you, Imran.
Absolutely.
Harika
And
bir
to the
gün
Turkish and the
fark oluyor.
Ukrainians, we love you guys and we welcome you guys once again under all the challenges. You're with us because you're doing what Mitch said. You're focusing on what you have, not what you don't have. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you so much. Have an amazing, amazing rest of the weekend.
Elinizdekine odaklanın, elinizde olmayana odaklanmayın.
Deryacığım seminer bitti sanıyorum.
Evet bitti. Ben de kapatıyorum.
Tamam, çok teşekkür ederiz. Çok teşekkür ederiz canım.
Teşekkürler
Sağ
ustam.
olasın. Sağ ol.
Deryacığım,
Dilara'cığım çok teşekkür ederiz.
Teşekkürler
Emir'e de çok teşekkür ederiz.
Çevirmen arkadaşlara teşekkür ediyorum. Sağ olsun, var olsunlar. Emeklerine sağlık.
Herkese teşekkürler. Hoşça kalın.
Hoşçakalın.